yeah. Happy motherfucking Saturday. What's up, everybody? We are back with what's this episode? Episode 2? Is this episode 2?
It's definitely 2.
Is it 2? All right, cool. Episode 2, Cocktails with Corey, featuring the one and only Flash, aka Durant, aka Puhniff, aka Mr. Diggs, aka Poochall, aka everybody's favorite do-rag wearer. And we have a special guest who goes by a bevy of names: the Disney Princess, Big Papa Pump, Power Bomb. What are we missing? Kalia the Carry, Casey. What are we?
Carrying what though?
Everything.
And
Everything. Next question.
Definitely Dead by Daylight.
Please, where is Misha at? Hello. The way I die. Y'all should have heard us last night.
Happy Saturday, everyone. How's everyone doing?
It's just Saturday, bro.
It's just Saturday.
Schoolwork. Games. More schoolwork.
How's your schoolwork going?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right. You're going to leave that one alone? Never mind.
I want to talk about it. That shit's kicking my ass, yo.
Good.
Yeah. How's your weekend going?
I'm going good. I've been up since 2 a.m.
Why?
Playing The Sims.
Why?
Because I don't know. I really have no clue. Everybody who knows me knows that I go to bed at like 8 p.m. and I wake up at 8 a.m. So I don't know why that just last night I didn't want to go to sleep, but I was up. I had my tea. I had my cup of tea. And yeah, I've been up ever since. I'm just going.
Cup of tea? You mandem now? You honorary mandem?
I honestly do not know what you just said. I have no idea.
Are you honorary UK, honorary British?
Oh, no, please don't.
Okay. Dang, what you got against mandem?
I don't like beans. Literally, the fact that they eat beans for breakfast.
This is about to be a good episode.
Every episode that goes by, beans somehow gets brought up into every conversation.
Somehow, bro. It's Cassie's fault, bro.
It is. It started with. It started with. God.
Leah?
It started with Leah. Yeah, that's where it started. The beans came from her. Yeah. But first and foremost, thank you, Khalia, for joining us. We know you're a very busy woman, very busy schedule. And you took time out because I know Saturdays is usually your YouTube streams.
Yes, it is. I am obsessed with Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I'm going to emphasize the niggardry of that game into the world.
There's niggardry in Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Look, if you look at my streams, you will see the shenanigans that happens within these characters. They're slick as hell. First of all, Maui needs to be slapped in the face. Goofy is really in your business, and there's a literal rat in the game. So,
I mean, so is the Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm
saying? Speaking of, have y'all gone back to that Shredder's Revenge game?
No.
I played it like 2 weeks ago with Dio. Me, Dio, and Geek played.
I love that.
Yeah, we played for a couple. Yeah. It's all right. It's good. Like if you want to play something and don't know what you want to play, but you just want to press buttons, it's a good game to do that on. Like,
yes.
Yeah. And you can leave it installed because it's a very small game. It's like a gigabyte, if anything. So it's like, you can just keep it in the background, keep it in the tuck, and just do it. But outside of Disney Dreamlight, we know you're playing Sims. What else have you been playing, Khalia? You two Flash. What have y'all been playing?
We call it shatter caps. I like to shoot things. So so I've been trying to just improve my gameplay overall in my players and just playing different games. So I've been playing a lot of Apex again, Shatterline.
Okay.
And Dead by Daylight. However, I'm over the game right now because it's Halloween season and Michael Myers is out, and I'm sick and tired of facing that man. And I'm just over Halloween horror in general. I'm not a horror girl, but I am a Halloween fan, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's
I
fair.
love the aesthetic of Halloween. Like, I just watched Hocus Pocus 2 times yesterday. I watched it twice yesterday. I still haven't
The new
watched
one?
No, not the new one.
Okay,
I watched
okay.
the old one twice just because it's still so good.
I don't remember I think the last time I seen Hocus Pocus maybe like 15 years ago or some shit like that.
You should watch that shit in today's
probably won't.
context.
I
You probably do you not watch like the freeform like 30 days of October shit?
I do, like when I tell you I don't watch TV for real. Like there's like a limited amount of shows that were like if I'm by myself I'll watch it. Other than that, unless I'm spending time with Esquire, I ain't watching TV. I'll watch like a sporting event here and there. That's about it.
I just started getting back into TV recently because I was the same way. Yeah. I don't watch TV.
I watch sports. That's about it. Anything else is a streaming service, but I'm with Khalia. I kind of watched. I watched both Hocus Pocus yesterday.
Yeah. How was the second one?
The second one is good, but it's not the first good. The storyline is great though. I appreciate the storyline that they brought to it, but it's nothing like the first one. Well, kind of is, but the first one's always better.
I'm definitely watching it tonight. I don't know why I just watched the first one again, but I did it and I went to sleep, which led to me playing The Sims at 2 a.m. So it's the choices that I make.
Yeah. I was in bed pretty early too. I think I got in bed like 9:30 or some shit like that.
Like sounds like a good night.
Real old nigga shit. You know the vibes.
I love being in bed.
40.
Huh?
So you talk like you 40.
Hey, bro, embrace getting old, bro. It's like for the last 2 weeks, I have found a new gray hair in my beard like every single day, bro. So I'm just embracing that shit like as it's coming because it feel like it's hitting fast.
Can't relate. Can't grow a beard.
Can't relate. Can't relate.
Can't relate. Ain't no gray hairs in this beard, bro. Not on this chinny chin chin. I've been playing Dead Cells a lot.
Oh snap! You finally dived into Dead Cells.
Yes, I have.
A very good roguelike game if you haven't played it, which everybody probably got it for free at some point, whether you had it through PlayStation Plus, Game Pass. It's been free through like Prime Gaming. Like it's been free a lot of ways.
Yep, 10.5 hours in it. I just started playing it yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You dive into games hella hard. Is that like your thing?
I don't like games that I can't beat, and I'll play the shit out of it until I can beat it or understand the language of it. And I haven't quite understood this as of yet.
I've never been a completionist. I never complete games. I don't complete shows. I just don't. I'll intentionally not finish the last episode of a season.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's just over. I'm like, all right, I don't want things to end. That's why. So I just leave them abandoned. So that's why I don't watch TV as well. What's the point? I'm never gonna finish it.
See, for me, I like closure. So I like being able to go back and analyze how we got from point A to point B. So if I don't get an ending, I'd be like, what the fuck? So like I'm one of those Bleach fans that's been pissed because we ain't got an ending yet. But it looks like we're finally getting an ending. So it was just like,
are y'all?
Yeah, it looks like it's like what? Is it next year or this year? It's soon. Bleach is gonna be soon.
I stopped keeping up with Bleach after maybe season 2. That's too many fillers, man.
I love anime, but I can never finish an anime, and that's just the bottom line because of filler. I can't do it. I can never finish an anime because of it. Too much bullshit.
I will go to the wiki page real fast, figure out all right, which episodes are filler, and I would skip all the filler. I would skip all that shit.
But I'm an emotional hoe too, though. I like the story. I like the little stories and stuff, so I do get sucked into it. But then it just becomes too much.
I'm an emotional hoe. All right, noted. All right.
You know,
everybody knows I'm like
a good short anime for you will be Parasite, Khalia.
Parasite? Is that
on
HBO Max?
It's a good short anime. Netflix actually.
Okay.
It might be on HBO Max too, but it's like maybe 10, 15 episodes.
I'm mad my husband finished Jujutsu Kaisen without me, and I was like, all right.
I just started watching that. I'm only 2 episodes in.
You gonna love it, bro.
I like what I see so far. I was like, oh yeah, I'm rolling.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I'm very frustrated that he finished it without me, but it is what it is.
You both seen the movie, right?
Nope, ain't seen the movie yet either.
No, I haven't.
I've seen nothing.
Do you have to watch the? Okay, do you have to watch the show first before watching the movie?
Nah. It's the movie is just a prequel to everything. It's just I wasn't really interested in the show until I watched the movie, and I was like, all right, I have to see the show now. But a lot of characters in the movie aren't in the show.
That's fair.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's sort of like what is it? Face Day Night. I watched Unlimited Blade Works first, and then I went back and watched before it, and I think that was better. Had I watched the original and then watched Unlimited Blade Works, I wouldn't have liked it. I don't think. So yeah, Face Day Night, that shit is some heat. That's one of my
What's that on?
It should be on Netflix.
I'm gonna check that out.
It's like a ton of them now. It's like they got Face Day this, Face Day that, Face Day that. This is a super popular one, but Unlimited Blade Works, the main character, the protagonist, he's kind of godlike. Once he get going, you know what I'm saying? You know how like most animes go, they start wimpy and then they become like these super godlike characters. Yeah. It's like, all right, yeah, I'm rolling. But shit. So Khalia, I have known you, I think splash around the same time, well, roughly a little over 2 years now.
Yeah.
So let's go back to there. And prior to us meeting you, what brought you to the platform Twitch? Because that's essentially where we met you
on. Okay. So at the time, it was during the pandemic. Clearly, just like I was clearly one of those people who came in with the big boom of the pandemic. I got a Switch Lite at the beginning, and I only got 3 games, and it was Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu, and what was the third game? I didn't even play
Paladins.
Well, yes, it was Paladins.
Yeah.
I got a third game too. Unfortunately, I can't remember what it is because it never got downloaded. Deadass, it never got downloaded. Actually, no, it was Pokemon Sword, but like I said, I never really ended up getting into it. So that's the reason why. But then I found Paladins, which I love me a free game. I found it through my husband. He was my boyfriend at the time. Mixer. I actually started with Mixer. We were watching on Xbox. He had an Xbox One, and he got into streaming that way. And I found Paladins, and I seen the character Grover, and I called him Old Man Groot, and I fell in love. So whenever I see something really cute, I obsess over it. So I downloaded it immediately. Bonus, because it's free. Always download free games. Always download free games. And the fact that I knew that I could play it on my Switch Lite, that was it. I spent a lot of time on my couch, smoking, watching whatever on Netflix. Because at the time, at the beginning of the pandemic, everybody was watching TV. Even the only show that I finished was Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That is the only show I finished because I started it during the pandemic. And I was just like, whatever.
I've heard good things about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't think I've ever watched it. That's the one with Terry Crews, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. I'm not really impressed by a lot of stuff. I watched a lot of Def Comedy Jam too.
Real.
And play Paladins. Literally every damn day.
Yeah.
Literally to the point. I said I wanted a level 50 Grover. I was like, once I get to Golden Grover, I'm done. I can throw the game away. Yeah. And that's it. Because I wasn't really in the video games at that time. But then watching Mixer, we get into Twitch. Then I find out there's even more games out there, getting to the platform a little bit more. Then I learned that I could stream Paladins on a Switch, but I had to get an actual port.
Yeah.
So one random day, we were at the mall, just wanted to get out of the house because everybody was going crazy by this point. It was July. It was beginning of June, July. Yeah. Yes. I just came back from Vegas for my cousin's birthday too. So I was extremely feeding for something to grasp onto. Really creative, really inspired because I just came back from vacation. Usually when I come back from vacations, I get really inspired. So
yeah, same.
Found it at the mall. I was like, I'm gonna cop it, put it on the credit card, and started on my little MacBook. I started streaming from there, and when did I meet y'all? What, October? Yeah. I think I came into stream October. Yeah, so I started streaming Paladins from there. From Paladins, I learned about Overwatch. I just ended up buying it because I just wanted a little bit more competitive edge. Got into that, started playing on there. Then I got into Rogue Company. Then I was able to play with other people because other people just couldn't play. Like, everybody was on Apex Legends at the time. Yeah. Like 2020, it was like the boom of Apex Legends, and all the people that I was like meeting in the stream, they had Apex, couldn't play that on Switch. It wasn't there at the time. But then when Rogue Company came, that's when I started getting on the platform of work because I could start playing with people.
Yeah. I
really don't know how I think I found Flash playing Dead by Daylight. It was Dead by Daylight for sure. On the suggested channels, I was literally just looking for Black people. Dead ass. Like, I was playing in the morning. I was doing my master's at the time. Just looking for new people to network with. At that point, I started seeing that there was an issue with race on Twitch. So again, I'm super inspired. I start seeing problems, which inspired my blog, which I'm pretty sure we'll get into later. But at that time I was like, okay, so I'm thinking about that. I need to find more Black people. At that time I seen Dead by Daylight. I downloaded it once. I fucking hated it because I didn't understand it. But then I seen Flash playing it, and take it from there. He said, how'd you find me? Pretty much, I said I was looking for Black people. He said, you'll find plenty here. And I
feel like I might have been in the stream that day when that happened.
You were.
I feel like I wasn't. I don't think I was. Of course, I wasn't playing. I played Dead by Daylight once with Flash. He asked me to play it one time, and that was it. And I think I remember you popping up. Because my introduction to you on the 1-1 was, I think, was playing Paladins, and you pulled up and said you wanted to play, and you was like, you'll be a healer. And me and Flash was like, oh, great. We don't have to play healer. We can play whatever the fuck we want. And then we was like, oh, is she actually healing? Okay, cool. And then you said the magic thing. You was like, I got kicked out on Switch. And me and Flash were like, wait, you playing this on Switch? Like, I had no idea Paladins was even on Switch. And I was like,
Switch. Oh, I know the struggle.
Yeah, and in my head, I'm like, yo, she going crazy on the Switch, though? Like, she cooking on the Switch. And then when I found it was a Switch Lite, that shit even blew me even more. I was like, oh, that controller ass. Like, I wonder what she'll do if she get a good controller. And I was like, oh, snap. And like that was my like one-on-one, like close proximity introduction to you. And I was like, oh man. And then I want to say you interacted with the now infamous on this channel Shaggy on some wrestling talk on Twitter one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know Shaggy? He was like, oh yeah, that's my wrestling homie from some. I was like, oh shit, the smallest world possible. World is extremely small, right? And I was like, oh man, it's great. So I was like, man, but it's interesting to know that you weren't big into games prior to Twitch. What was you into prior to gaming?
Oh, wrestling. Wrestling took over my life for a very long time. I had just gotten off being a wrestling influencer because I was getting really into my training. I moved to Texas with the dream of possibly training to be a wrestling manager. So so that starts that whole thing. So back then I was really into wrestling, really into the business, just really trying to bring back managing in wrestling. Because if you go back to like the 90s, early 2000s, like I was really into the divas who managed as well. So like Sable is literally my hero. And the fact that people don't believe me when I say that, she was everything to me. She was femme fatale. She wasn't afraid to take a power bomb though. And then you got your Lita as well, who actually started wrestling and stuff. So like those were my heroes growing up in wrestling, and that's who I wanted to be, but for Black women.
Yeah,
you know, because it wasn't really shown, and there's not a lot of Black women fully represented in wrestling at the time.
Yeah.
So that's what led me to that. So, but before then, I was a wrestling influencer. Loved traveling to shows. Throughout college, I traveled to wrestling shows. Went to my first WrestleMania, and I was hooked ever since. And I got really big on Instagram. Got with my friends. We call ourselves the WrestleBays. We started it's pretty much not like an influencer group. It was just we were literally 6 best friends in wrestling.
Yeah,
who did everything together. But we deemed ourselves WrestleBays because we changed pretty much the narrative. We started dressing up when we went to wrestling shows. Usually, you think of like wrestling, it's really dirty and grungy, and well, it is.
Yeah.
It is. We changed the spectrum. We changed how we did merch. We changed how we interacted with people. We changed how we interacted with the wrestlers. And I think that's kind of, I don't know if kayfabe's dead. It's dead, but I will probably say it's due to that movement, most likely. I wouldn't say that we fully inspired it because clearly Instagram opened up the world to everybody. Like Instagram connected multiple people, not just in wrestling, but in multiple industries. But yeah, I was fully in wrestling at that point. So
okay. You mentioned that kayfabe being dead, which I would like to know if that would be your answer to Dio's current question. He wants to know what's something that you feel is missing from modern wrestling that existed in the past.
Storytelling.
Really?
Yeah. I was dead ass about to say storylines.
Oh shit! Well, give us your input.
It doesn't captivate you anymore. The story is just
no one cares.
It's boring. Like the lead up back in the day with wrestling, and I know Khalia can speak on it more about it because she dived deeper into it. But when I watch wrestling now, the stories just they're blah. They don't get you hype for anything. So back in the day, you was like deep into it. Like you want to know what was gonna happen. You want to know if like Stone Cold and The Rock was gonna fight.
Right.
Like it was a build up for everything. And it's not really a build. It's almost like they're rushing things now, and I think they kind of turn a lot of people off from wrestling.
And I have a theory on this, and again, I'm a really creative mind, and I was thinking on doing a YouTube video on this. However, I haven't watched wrestling in a very long time on a consistent level, so I wouldn't have all of the thought process to do it. Mm-hmm. But the fact that wrestling died due to the Canadian Destroyer, the Canadian Destroyer killed wrestling as we know it today. And if you do not know a Canadian Destroyer, it's a wrestling move that was popularized by pretty much the indie scene. And now we're kind of in an age where everybody wants to be an indie wrestler and not be a WWE superstar. And that's pretty much killed what wrestling is today. Everybody wants to be the next flashy person versus being a larger than life character.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think for me, the thing I'm missing the most is just the mic skills. Like one thing I always appreciated about wrestling was just like, man, like no matter who it was, like the shit talk was elite. And like me watching wrestling at a young age, I think that's where I got a lot of my shit talking skills from. Like like Hollywood Rock, you know what I'm saying, Stone Cold doing his heel phases and D-Generation S when they would do their gimmicks and stuff like that. Like the mic skills was so incredible. Versus now, it's like just like I hate saying this, but it's like, you know how people like shut up and dribble, like shut up and wrestle. Like I don't want to hear you speak. Like your favorite wrestler. Like I'm so glad Roman Reigns is learning to talk because for a while he was almost unbearable to me because it was like your in-ring ability isn't there yet, and then you can't talk either. You're just you're the look guy. You have the look, but now it's coming together for him. So I love seeing that, and just like I think we need more of that. All together, like we need more complete package entertainers because they're more than just wrestlers, they're entertainers. We need more complete packages, like, but I think part of that is due to just the nature of the business and is I was listening to Freddie Gibbs' album and there's a song with Scarface on there, and at the end Scarface is talking about we as the older statesmen, we are fucking up because we're not giving the young people the same jewels we were given we're being like snobby to them and stuff like that. And I feel like that applies for a lot of stuff. And wrestling is one of them, right? Like, you know, like I wish Stone Cold and The Rock and those guys was around the young guys more often so they could teach them the things and keep the business alive the way it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. Because, I mean, we got all the athletes we need now. Like, from talent, we got it all. We got
all the talent, yes.
Don't have nobody to put it together and be like, hey, like, all right, this is how you take yourself to the next level. Like, I don't know if we'll get John Cena might be the last big person we really have that transcends bigger than life just because he had it all together.
Yeah. I have that theory too.
Oh, John Cena, dope ass dude too.
Yeah.
Like, it would piss me off if I found out in the future John Cena was like some type of racist. Like, it really would. It would piss me off.
I need you to understand that John Cena has definitely said the N-word. I need you to fully understand that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to this shirt, though. I just want to shout out my friend Lauren Moran. She is a fantastic artist. This is a Peacekeeper shirt that is designed like a signature John Cena shirt. It is Chef's Kiss shirt. Support my girl. She is a fantastic artist. She's constantly doing pop culture, comic book art, wrestling art. Pretty much all the hottest merch in wrestling may have come from inspiration from her. And that's not just me flexing on her. That's just straight facts. She's a fantastic artist. You've seen her art. Even if you don't think you have, you've seen it. And I just want to shout her out because she's fantastic. Right, we were talking about Cena.
You got permission, so be sure to tag her information. You can put it in your chat, put it in your Discord, let everybody know where we can find it. Because I'm always here for dope merch. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Dope merch is like the way.
Lauren Moran.
Dio popped up with another one. So since we're talking about storylines and stuff from back then, what were some of your favorite wrestling storylines growing up?
Oh, okay. Which company you want? WCW or WWF?
It don't matter. Wrestling is wrestling.
I think my favorite storyline, bar none, is, how can I put this? Stone Cold Steve Austin and probably Vince McMahon.
Okay, like their dynamic going back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got suspended from school fucking with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Absolutely.
Because I see, he flicking off his managers. I'm about to do the same.
Yeah.
Went to school, flicked off my teacher. I would say in WCW, however, what intrigued me a lot, because WCW had a lot of great storylines and their pay-per-views were so over the top that I just wanted to watch their pay-per-views.
Yeah.
But there was a storyline between Goldberg and Diamond Dallas Page.
Iconic, yeah.
And Diamond Dallas Page put his all into that one match. He lost.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can tell he put his all in that match. That's like my favorite storyline from WCW, bro.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Diamond Dallas Page. If you I could go on and on about Diamond Dallas Page. For me, God. WCW, I actually, during the pandemic, I just started watching WCW because I never really watched it. I knew about it. I knew the matches that I needed to know. But I started watching literally from the episode that Razor Ramon invaded WCW, and I was watching onward. So I started there. So literally the beginning of the NWO is by far one of the greatest things that's ever happened to wrestling. And I can fully say that with confidence. Because what it did to Sting, it changed literally everyone. What it did to Sting, what it did to Macho Man, what it did to Hogan, what it did to honestly DDP, what it did to the Four Horsemen at the time. The Four Horsemen go back and watch the Four Horsemen during that time, because literally fuck the NWO. Sure, that's the main storyline, but watching the Four Horsemen be like the mid-card main events each week, each pay-per-view, chef's kiss. Ric Flair is on a fucking roll at that time. Ric Flair is in his prime. I don't care.
I was a big Dean Malenko fan, so that was my favorite Four Horsemen. Like, Dean Malenko, the man of 1,000 submissions. Like, Dean was him to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I wasn't even a fan of wrestlers that wore like the tights, like the short tights. I was just like, I don't know. I thought Dean was cool as hell. But
God damn it. Like, what is my favorite wrestling in WWE? There's so God damn it. There's so many and there's so many.
I probably say I think mine is in WWE, like out of everything, it's always gonna be Hollywood Rock. Hollywood Rock, like that whole the run of Hollywood Rock was some of the best mic work of like anything. Like his mic skills was unquestionable. He didn't have a bad night on the mic, like not once for like a year straight. So it's just like between that, I'll probably say the Undertaker and Kane beef to when Kane had to take off his mask. The first time. That shook everybody. I remember going to school the next day. We went to school the next day like, yo, did you see what Kane looked like without the mask? Like, that shit was different.
He was ugly.
Yeah. And I think WCW, I think my favorite storyline, it would probably be Goldberg's initial run when he first started until he finally lost. Like, that was the thing every Monday night. All right, is Goldberg gonna lose tonight? Like, when is he finally gonna take an L? And then the way he was beating people, it was just like I know some people like seeing like good matches and stuff like that. I am a fan, but I also like seeing people just get their ass whooped. Like, and he would just whip, like, it wasn't even close. Like, he was just going in the ring, beating people in 30 seconds or less. Like, I'm a fan of ass whippings. So it's just like, it was really good for me. So I think those are my two.
I would say my favorite WWE is Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar back in SmackDown 2002. That was me in my prime, because I was like, what, 5, 6. So that means that I was fully getting into wrestling. That I know that is the Ruthless Aggression era. However, everybody knows that they put on banger after banger, especially that SmackDown Iron Man match. Everybody can go back to it to this day and watch it. That's the answer. Anything that has to deal with Brock Lesnar back in the Ruthless Aggression era is probably my favorite thing in the world, which is why he's my favorite wrestler in the world. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Yeah, I was a big Brock fan up until that injury, and then I hated what he became afterwards, because I felt like that injury just shifted him so much, because he did so much. It was like seeing this guy that's so large, so massive. He doing high flying stuff. He's strong. He's powerful. He can do it all in the ring. And then, you know, after that injury, he had to alter his style a little bit. But I would have loved to see what Brock would have became had he not went through that injury.
Yes.
That would have been different.
The WWE Network has, I wish, first of all, their thing with Peacock should have never happened. I hate the Peacock app. It's the worst thing.
It is very trash. It's
very horrible. The WWE Network had its problems. It was not perfect, but I miss it so much. But I'm pretty sure it's still on there. They have a Ruthless Aggression documentary on there, and there's a whole episode just on Brock Lesnar alone. He had probably the most successful career in only, what they say, 18 months.
Yeah. He was different. He was different.
He was built different. And they just talk about the fact that he was on top of all the mental stress that he went through.
Yeah.
Come to find out, he's a loner, and he just couldn't handle being on the road. And he was like, shit, I know I'm talented. I might as well do football, which he unfortunately failed in. But now he's doing bigger and better things. He's feuding with Roman Reigns once again. So
yeah, I'm tired of that shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to see it. I'm good on seeing another Brock and Roman fight. Like
I'm over it, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm done. No, I've seen it. I've seen it live. So
yeah. You were there. You was at the Manias.
I was at the Mania. So
I think the last one was good enough. He ended with a bang. He lifted up the ring.
Yeah, you can't beat that, bro. Like,
you're not beating it, bro. You're not beating it.
Yeah, what you gonna do after that, bro? Collapse the whole Coliseum on top of his dome? Like, I don't know what you could do to top lifting the ring up, but it's very interesting to see it, because one thing we always say in the group chat is like, everything is 3 things. Everything is video games, everything is wrestling, and everything is sports. Because you can apply stuff from those 3 places, and it will apply to everyday life. And like, we make certain jokes and like certain stuff, and it's just like, I appreciate how I think when I was younger, we all thought wrestling was real, right? And
Oh,
then
yeah.
you go through the phase where you find out it's fake, and you be like, all right, I don't know how I feel about it being fake and all that. But I think me, especially, shout out Shaggy, because if it wasn't for Shaggy, actually I say shout out Deuce. If it wasn't for Deuce, I wouldn't have got back into wrestling. I joined the wrestling league for like WWE 2K, and you
Word.
know, yeah, so like scripted, you know, everything is scripted. We
Oh, yeah.
you know, pick who's gonna win. I mean, most stuff is scripted outside of the winners and losers. Sometimes it will be like, hey, for the purpose of the show, you're gonna take the fall tonight and not win the match. But like, you know, but just seeing that, I think that brought my appreciation back for it, because you really gotta see how creative and how much of entertainment production goes into it. And I think now, me being older, I appreciate wrestling now more so for the entertainment that it is, like the writing, and I'm always a fan of freak athletes, and you know, wrestlers are some of the most freakish athletes in the world. They're on the road 300 days a week, eating all types of bullshit, but yet they're still performing at super high levels every single night. Like it's really insane when you watch what they go through. But
that's crazy. You know, it's either they got a shit ton of gym memberships, or people just letting them in for free. Because like, come on, man. I know gyms are everywhere, but
most of the time, it's people know that they're in town. So
yeah,
but some of them also have like the worldwide memberships, like a LA Fitness gym membership. Other people go to their own like CrossFit gyms, private gyms, and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it differs.
Yeah. And I think also because, you know, I think the thing that's understated too is like, if you're a wrestler, you traveling all the time, you build these relationships to where after a while, you just know what to do when you get to the city because you've been there before. Exactly. You know, it's like, oh, hey, we're going to be in this city again. All right, let me call my person from this city and say, hey, I need the gym, or I need food for today. And, you know, you can set it up that way, you know.
Apparently the catering is the shit. The people that I trained with here had the privilege of being selected for like talent sometimes, and they always say that the catering is really good. So
okay,
shout out to everybody who had the catering.
Okay. So you went from being a huge wrestling mark, you came into you found Twitch due to, you know, just looking for other Black content creators and more games that you can dive into, and then you say you started to stream on your own. So what really made you? What was your reason behind wanting to stream? You said you started, but what was the reason behind you wanting to be the face behind the camera? Well, in front of the camera, I say.
Honestly, to build my confidence. Literally. If once I probably wouldn't have given that answer back then, but that's honestly the truth. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm just so creative that I can't fully commit to shit. So I didn't know fully what I wanted to do with my Twitch. All I knew is that I wanted to put the camera on and just whatever happened, and learn as I go. So I didn't really start learning what it was like to be a successful streamer until after I got my job, pretty much. Would then disobey. So
okay.
But yeah, I would say that's my answer. Most likely to build my confidence. Just turn the camera on. I seen that my girls at Church of Joshi, shout out to Church of Joshi, they have a Twitch channel where they commentate on Joshi wrestling, Japanese women's wrestling. Fantastic. They are doing the shit on the Twitch sports realm, which is a growing like platform. So shout out to them. They're currently on a hiatus, just a current content hiatus, but like they are big. They've been invited to AEW. They are in Pro Wrestling Illustrated. They're really trying to change the game. Yeah. So shout out to Church of Joshi. They started streaming on here. I knew that I wanted to create content. I knew I wanted to like put some of my wrestling-ness and my Disney-ness into something. I just wasn't sure what it was. And I kind of still don't know what it is. I have more of a well-rounded idea of what I want to do now, but especially like with me moving to YouTube currently with Disney. But like I fell out of love with wrestling though along the way with Twitch coming through. So yeah.
Yeah, I like to get to know people through what they're interested in, because I feel like when you put somebody in their natural state where they're most comfortable, you tend to learn them a little bit better. And that's like I say, every guest that's up here, I'm a fan of. Just like, I'm a fan of yours and everything you do. One thing I always appreciated about you is that whatever it is you're into, you can clearly see the passion and the care and the love that you have for it. It's like on your face. And that's something that's always drawn me to you. So if it's any consort to where you're thinking about what you want your niche and stuff to be, I think that's something very unique that not every content creator does. But I think you have it just naturally because it's you as a person. Like, I talk about wrestling. I can, even if I don't see you on cam, I can hear it in your voice. You smiling about how it made you feel and the realm. Or if we're talking about Disney, I can hear you speak about, I'm saying, what it means to you. And that's something I always do appreciate from my content creators that I support, the passion of what it is you like, and seeing you be supportive of it. And also I think every guest we've had so far has been Black creators or people of color, and no matter what, we're always the minority in whatever space we're in. Especially being a Black woman, like, oh, it's a Black woman that loves Disney and love wrestling and know what the fuck she's talking about. Cool. I gotta stand that and support that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're most certainly welcome. So this is probably the first time, I want to say, you're the first guest me and Flash have met at the same time, that neither of us had a rapport prior to.
Yeah. Same day. I mean, technically.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I feel like, so I would like to get Flash's opinion on just you as a person. The beauty of it is, like I said, we've known you for a while now, and we've been close, hanging out on VC, played games together, done a bunch of stuff. So it just, I've kind of given my 2 cents on seeing you and your growth from where you were to where you are now. I would like to hear Flash's perspective on it, since same time frame, same window, but different eyes.
I think it's more or less for me seeing Khalia's influence. Definitely her influence. The biggest thing is she spoke about her being in Disobey, and everyone says Bestie in Disobey now.
Yeah.
They do. Like, oh yeah, that's a Khalia tweet right there. And now I don't know, because everyone says Bestie.
Yeah.
Like everyone says it's one thing, because people have these certain ways of like expressing themselves or tweeting or things like that. And I don't know if it's Khalia anymore, because everyone has taken her influence, has made everyone say everything the exact same way that she does. But I think it's more or less seeing from like the outside looking in, everything that I'm not going to speak of up here, but all the trials and shit that she's been going throughout the years and stuff, and her overcome that along with the influence is very refreshing to see, because a lot of times people fold, and
lawn chair
she hasn't folded.
Yeah.
No folding.
Yeah. And I think it's been dope to see you have success on multiple platforms too. It's like, I've seen you have success on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah.
And I
Definitely
think
TikTok.
That's always like one of my favorite things. Like, all right, you cooking everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I learned not to limit myself. And that's the thing, you can't do that, because once you do that, there's a whole new world. My downfall is that I live in multiverse theory, where I'm constantly thinking of my decisions, where my yes or no answer, I go through literally 5 years down the line what that yes or no answer will be. And I use that to my advantage, but it also is one of my downfalls too. So I'm just really trying to build a balance there. And I will attest that's probably at least how I interact with everybody and everything in my life. Honestly. It's a blessing and a curse. Don't do what I do though. Don't go down that path. It's the worst thing you could possibly do.
I mean, I think that's to that logic, to me, the only downside it would be it could be something that's immediately good for you that you might say no to because you don't like how that may look down the line, but you don't know, nobody knows anything down the line, right? But I think from a general consensus, that is a smart thing to do. Is like you analyze what a yes look like, what a no looks like, and what if you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out looks like. And I think that's smart if you, especially important decisions like that.
I would totally say one of the things that I don't know if I fully regret it now, but in that moment, I quit the Disney College program the second time due to an opportunity that didn't really come to me until after I lost my original one. So I quit my job for a possibility of an internship that I didn't get until 7 months down the line. So I could have just stayed there, but I broke my pretty much my not reputation with Disney. I don't know if that's the correct word right now, but pretty much my relationship with Disney I wouldn't say it was a bad term. I had a clean term. I also just hated my current leader. I just couldn't do it. It wasn't my current mental state at that moment. But I do know that I was stronger than I was, and I took kind of what it seemed like an easy way out at the time, and it kind of backfired on me. But at the end of the day, it all worked out. I ended up getting the job anyways, and leading to where I am now. But I will say that's a perfect example of that current situation.
Okay. You mentioned a few times now as far as your confidence and where you feel what you felt you were capable of and what you feel like you're capable of now. Do you think, because like I said, some time has gone by, it's like you get older every day, you learn every day, you mature. Do you feel like a lot of this stuff was just due to you just needed to mature a little bit more, or was it more so just how can I put this? Mature, needing to age with it for stuff to make more sense and be more realistic to you to get that confidence, or was it more so you just needed to find more so a group of people that you felt comfortable with too? Because that's something that's not talked about a lot. Is a lot of people don't find their confidence until they find their tribe, as people say. I found my tribe, I found my people I want to kick it with, and stuff like that. So for you, one of the first tribes you can say you found was your Russell Bays. So finding them, I'm sure being around a group of women that are trying to make a change, make a difference in the industry, and all of you have your own road, that's a big part of you learn a lot. You probably learned a lot about yourself because you found these other women and was able to maybe grow at a faster rate or faster pace than what you may have planned for yourself.
Absolutely. No, and I would attest that you guys probably are my current tribe now. A lot of the things that I've done currently is because of you guys' influence. I wouldn't have had a lot of confidence within the gaming industry if it weren't for seeing Flash's white freaking name in every damn channel that I ended up in somehow. Honestly, having that little comfortability, or even you too at sometimes, you would be in a random channel at some time, and just having that confidence, knowing that you were there, gave me a little bit more confidence in meeting people and being a little bit more trusting, even if it was just a simple networking situation or just a simple stream. Don't come there again. But that allowed me to learn how to take risks, learn how to ask and network with people in order to do the interviews that I wanted to do and start networking within the gaming industry, which eventually led to me getting hired within there, which I absolutely love, which is funny because I really wasn't into gaming 5 years ago. So, so it's funny, but honestly, this current tribe that I have now, you two are a big part of that. So,
hey man, you can have multiple tribes, man. I think that's as the old saying. As the old saying, it takes a village to raise a child and all that. Man, the same thing is in adulthood. It takes multiple villages. It takes a village to keep you grounded as a person. You need your different group of friends or different tribes, as you say, for different reasons and different purposes, I have my gaming friends. I have my real life friends. I have my work. I have everything. And I think as I've gotten older, that's been the biggest thing I'm appreciative of is building the different relationships in different realms. So it's like I don't ever feel like I'm alone in anything I want to do, no matter what it is, whether it's sports or real life shit or gaming shit. Like and sometimes things start to blend to where your circles, your tribes start to blend and all that, and that's always like a little risky. But
always.
real ones always figure out a way to make it work, if that makes sense. So
apparently it's really hard to just be nice to people. Like I feel like Flash and I have this conversation a lot. But I really just treat people how I would like to be treated, and that's what leads to a lot of my current relationships right now. It really isn't that hard. People really think that networking and building connections is difficult, but it really doesn't have to be. I'm just but I also know that I'm a naturally empathetic person as well.
Yeah.
So it's one of my natural gifts. A lot of people feel comfortable with me in that regard. So I guess that's a reward in that sense, but who knows? I also say a lot of fucked up shit, so I also don't know why I'm here.
All right. We got a question from Dia. Speaking on Disney, you have to pick one film to live in. Which Disney movie would it be? Pixar or other companies that bought over the years don't count? Oh shit! I mean, all Disney shit is racist. I don't want to live in any of those. Dia. Like, I don't want to be in those territories.
Nah. However, if I were to choose something, it would be a Goofy movie. Because it would just be an aesthetically, it would be a 90s Wonderland. It would just be a 90s film all day long.
Yeah.
Aesthetically pleasing, great characters, everybody. Toontown is just awesome. I'm obsessed with Toontown. Anything that has to deal with the original characters, I'm on board. So
yeah, I'd say extremely goofy movie if I had to pick one. But like
the college.
Yeah, like everything else, I'm like, I don't know, man. Disney ain't really for us.
Hell no, because you got to think about it. So when you read that question, I was like, shit, it's a no brainer. I'm just gonna pick Aladdin. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be or I don't know if I'm gonna be a street rat. I don't know which one is. I don't know. You're just putting me in the world, and I don't know what I'm gonna be. So it'd be between one of the Goofy movies.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I'll be in this. Like, wait, do I want to? I don't think I do. Like,
exactly.
That ain't a place
no,
for
that's
me.
the closest to what I've had in my life. What it came out in 1995. So,
damn, was it that long ago?
It's my favorite movie. It's probably my favorite movie.
Yeah, that's like his affinity for Goofy movie. You know, everybody stands Powerline, aka Tevin Campbell. So,
shout out to Tevin Campbell.
Yeah,
that man's name is Powerline. I'm never calling him Tevin Campbell again.
Listen, the idea of Tigger doing a shooting star press has me hurting. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I would pay for a Disney wrestling game. You give me Disney characters and they can do wrestling. Oh God. Nah, that would be kind of godlike.
I do think that they're trying to take Disney gaming more seriously now. They did like a whole Marvel and Disney game showcase at D23 this past season. Disney Dreamlight Valley is more successful than anybody thought that it would be, even be included. But now then they're doing all these Marvel games too. So I do believe that maybe they'll dip into the multiverses thing once they realize how popular it is.
That should be wild as hell though.
It'd be crazy.
Like you imagine Tigger doing doing like a power driver or something like that when he bouncing off his tail to get additional height off on it.
I need that.
That should be wild, bro.
I need that. I need like Space Jam, but with Disney characters and wrestling. Like just throw you throw Sasha Banks in there. She's already part of Disney. So boom, there we go. Throw Sasha Banks in there. She could be the star of the movie, and she got to get all the Disney characters, and they're gonna have a big like Royal Rumble. Oh man, that'd be God tier.
Anyways, Sasha can get money without wrestling is a job well done for me.
Yeah,
I'm around with her until she comes back.
Yeah. Big Sasha Banks fan.
Big Sasha stands here.
Yeah. So let's take it here. So you started streaming, and then you started having success. Your content is unique. because you are one of the few people I have met that is very big on Disney. So I kind of want to know where the love for the Disney stuff came from, because it's interesting seeing it from an adult perspective, but people forget it is adults that create this shit. It's adults that make it, you know?
See, that's the thing with the critique where it'd be like, Disney is for children. However, it's not, though. Walt Disney World actually was created because Walt wanted his own playground, dead ass. Like he was with his children on the playground. He was like, damn, I want to play too, but this shit's too small. So he was like, I'm gonna make my own shit, and Disneyland was born. That's literally it's for adults. So whenever people have that critique that Disney's for kids, it's really funny. I also just think there just needs to be a conversation on the fact that animation and age in general, because there's a lot of animation that's not for children, but no one seems to talk about that. But that's just a whole other topic that's just being brought up because I'm high. My love for Disney honestly came with a combination of me growing up with my cousins. I spent a lot of time with my uncle when my two cousins, they had the VHSs, you know, everybody had the Disney VHSs, big 90s vibes, like all the comforters. I watched a Goofy movie and Aladdin and Pocahontas a lot growing up. So I also did the Disney College program in 2015. I did a Disney. I went on a Disney vacation with my parents. I hadn't been to Disney since I was like 5 years old, and I was 18. I was going on college. They wanted to take my siblings for their birthday. They were like 9 and 7 at that time, and they're just like, well, you're the third daughter. You can come too. So I went to Disney at 18 years old, realized that I could do an internship there. And I seen the parade performers actually during the Halloween parade, because we went during the holidays. We went during Halloween, AKA the best time to go to Disney is during Halloween. It's perfect. And I was a competitive dancer at that time in high school.
Okay. This is news. Okay. Didn't know Powerbomb was a competitive dancer. Okay.
Yes, so I did dance at that time. So I was really into it, and I was trying to figure out ways I can let out that creative outlet when I was in college, before I ended up just going to do a dance minor at my first university, and then I ended up on the dance team at my second one before I graduated. But yeah, so I was really into the parade performers and the dancers, and then I learned that I could audition through the Disney College program. So I started doing all the YouTube search into the Disney College program, learning anything. When I learn about something and I get really into something, I go nose deep. I learn everything about it. Everybody knows about me. I'm a big video game lore fan, and that's where it comes from. I want to know everything about things that I love. So I applied and I auditioned, didn't get it, but I got into the program. So I was just like, you know what? It's a great opportunity. I can go live in Florida for 6 months while getting school credit. Why the fuck not? Like, go do it. Honestly, changed my life forever. It dead ass taught me how to be an adult, probably more than anything else, was working at Disney. And it's because it's the #1 place to learn customer service. You learn how to deal with people at Disney. And I guess that probably attests to how I deal with people now. Because it's literally everybody in the world comes to one singular place. So you have to deal with literally everybody that can ever come through those
all
doors.
walks of life, you know, all types of people. You never know what you're going to get working there on a day-to-day basis.
Yes. And there is a class called Traditions. I can't talk about, it's like literally NDA. Like I cannot talk about what happens in Traditions. But it is an 8-hour course on your very first day at Disney. And it's literally a orientation selling you on the idea of Disney and why the magic actually works. And by that 8 hours, literally even the biggest non-believer is like, fuck it, let's go. It is because it puts people first. It teaches you that people are the number one thing. Like the first thing is safety. Number one thing is safety and putting on a show. Being on point 100%. It doesn't matter what's going on that day. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you're catering to someone else. Yeah. You're putting yourself out of need to cater to someone else and then dial it back.
This must be the same training they give Chick-fil-A employees.
And it is, and that's why they have the number one customer service in the fucking world. That's why everybody loves going there. Disney actually does corporate training, they actually outsource their training because their customer service is number one. On top of that, I was able to go to Disney theme park every single day, for free, whenever I wanted to. And going every day to a theme park and learning about each little nook and cranny and secret that, and just seeing the immersion happen around you every single day. I can't really explain it. That's why I told people go to Disney World one time. You need to go to Disney World at 3 stages in your life: as a child, at 18, and then as a full-fledged adult. And you experience it in different ways. Right? Yeah, so you can still go as an adult, but it's probably best with kids too. All right, so you have a son.
I'm gonna ask you a very serious, unserious question.
Okay.
What's it like being at Disney World high as fuck?
Oh, it's fucking fantastic. So my husband. Last year I went to Disney in October, and it was my first time going with my husband. And we got some stuff.
Okay.
We got some stuff, and we took it before we went on to Space Mountain. Beginning of the day, it was beginning of the day. We went on it for the first time, and it was his first time going. He hadn't been since he was 18, of course. So it was his first time, and we went during the day. But you should always go on Space Mountain at night. Went during the day. He was like, "Yeah, it's cool, whatever." We got the stuff, took it, walked through Magic Kingdom, blitzed. All of the aroma of the smells, the sweets, the music in the background, all of the lights because it's getting to the fireworks. Then we get on Space Mountain. And if you know Space Mountain, it's like a light portal, and it's pulsing, and doing that on edibles.
Yeah.
It's an ungodly experience. I go to Disney to party. A lot of people go to Disney to drink. Disney is big on their mixology. There's a whole food and wine festival. You don't go to Disney for your kids. You do if you really love them. But if my kids end up not liking Disney, that's not going to be a bad thing for me. You can stay home. I'm gonna go. Get drunk and not have to feel like I'm a shit parent.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be living my life like it's golden. So that's why it's amazing. It's an amazing experience. I suggest, and I'm going to take everybody in my life to Disney World one day. So when we go to Disney, we will get high, and it will be great. Just going down the street. Disney changes the smells on each land to fully pull you into immersive experience. So they do a really good job at and using your senses to pull you into an immersive experience. It just sucks that it's a bunch of people around. So if you can go on the parks when it's not a really big crowd day, and just really take in the environment, it's fantastic. And being high is 10 times even better.
See, now I'm having my hot thoughts, and I'm thinking about just successful
getting all the treats.
No, just think about anything that's successful, right? And how well they do immersion. Yeah, immersion is what everything is, right? It's you want an immersive experience. People want to know why Call of Duty is so successful. It's a very immersive game.
Immersive experience, yes, exactly.
Because it's always active. It's always something, from the sounds to the visuals to how active and which you have to pay attention to, because you can die just like that. Immersion is what keeps games and just anything in general so
Honestly,
shit. Yeah, to be honest, is also another reason why stuff like how people say set sales, because it sells because people try to give you an immersion experience from, think of that to restaurants. You think about the most famous restaurants, the restaurants we love, even if it ain't got the best food, it's the immersion experience of it, of walking through the doors, smelling the smells.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting in, knowing what it's like, and like all that matters. See, this is the type of shit I like to do. So now I'm probably going to get hired later, and I'm going to suck Esquire into watching YouTube videos on some of the best immersive experiences in the world, because now I want to know more about the psychology.
If you want to talk immersion, just it's not even just Disney. I'm a huge fan of theme parks in general.
Same. So I like roller coasters.
Yes, it's not just Disney with me. I just love Disney so much because they're just the fucking best at what they do. I love, just like you like wrestlers that talk shit. I love wrestlers who are the best at what they fucking do. And that's the thing. I just like the best to like aspire to be like, that's the perfectionist in me. I want to be that. But like even Universal has that same immersive experience. If you look at Universal Studios in Japan, the Nintendo World that's coming to America soon, the Japan experience, if you go inside the restaurant, the Toad restaurant, it takes you into a literal Mario world. And immersion is the number one seller in marketing. It wants to pull them into a reality. People want escapism. Escapism is like one of the number one human needs. That's one of the things I learned in marketing.
Here she goes putting together that marketing degree.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I did get it. Got that degree in it. My degree is up above my microwave in the cabinet right now. So.
I'm sorry. Why is it tucked away in the cabinet? You just got.
I don't have a free.
You got your degree just kicking it next to the steak sauce.
It's because I don't have a frame yet.
Fair enough. I ain't gonna lie, mine's is in my closet somewhere too. Like it's just
it's just sitting there.
I could pull a picture up of it if you need to see it, but like it's somewhere in the closet. I'll hang it up somewhere eventually. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting one of like the wallet size diplomas, just so I can have it like in my wallet. And I was like, yeah, like you could. It's an official degree. Like if someone ever asks to see it, or whatever, like it's right here. Yeah, but I was like, nah, that might be too much, and I don't feel like carrying that around. So
it's in your wallet though.
Still, that's more space in my wallet you got to carry.
I'm putting it in my Apple wallet.
Bro, my wallet is little. Hold on, do I have my wallet? It's somewhere around here, but my wallet is thinner than like. It's probably, I don't know if you can see how thick this is. It's like half of this, if that.
Mine's about the same.
I have a very thin wallet. Like I got like 4 cards and my driver's license. No cash, no nothing.
I can't put cash in my pocket. I don't have a spot for it. I don't have a spot for it.
Yeah, I can put like 3 or 4 bills in there, and that's about it. Like, and I gotta roll it up like a blunt just to fit it in there. So it's like, it's not the best. What if your wallet gets stolen now? Someone got your card and your degree. I mean, they don't want. Ain't gonna be no money on it. So shit. I can get a new degree. I could print that off again.
Yeah. He's gonna go swipe that degree at the ATM.
Yeah.
You ain't getting nothing from that, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, this degree might give me some McDonald's right here. Let me go pull this out. Nah, that ain't how it works.
I really want to move to Florida because I do want to take my Disney content to another level, and I feel that the way that I want to do it specifically, it requires me to go there. I fully believe that I can make someone like you guys really enjoy Disney World and put it together.
Look, I'm a big ass kid. I'm gonna enjoy it no matter what.
I'm about to say it don't take much for me to enjoy shit, especially if I'm on the edible.
If
I'm on the edible, it don't take much, bro.
The rides that you'll go on, so like Disney, even rides, so Disney Dock rides, and even the new rides, like the new Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster that they created, and there's an Avatar ride called Flight of Passage that's like a flying simulator, and like you're riding on a banshee, and they like actually make the banshee like breathe like under you and stuff, so you can like feel it pulsating as you fly. And like they create immersive experience through their rides as well. So like, and their food and like everything.
Yeah. I've been to the Disney in Florida. I've been to all of them shits like multiple times. I haven't been since I was 18. Was I 18? Yeah, since I was 18.
You and Esquire should go. Like, just go before, like, go as a couple, go to Food and Wine Festival, go to whatever, go now and experience it. It would be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely go. You know, just Florida is a place that scares me. That's all.
Understandable.
But maybe one day. I really want to go to the one in Cali. So I haven't been to the Disney place in Cali. Yeah, I want to go to Disneyland. I've never been there. I've been to Disney World, been to Universal Studios. I've been to Islands of Adventure. Like, I've been to all of them, done it. Like
Disneyland is smaller.
Yeah, so it's like I just want to experience that because it's something different, you know. But like I'm just a big roller coaster guy. So if you got roller coasters, I'm locked in. The only thing I don't do is shit like oh my god, is this still called the Fantastic Four? The Doctor Doom joint, is that what it's still called there in Florida?
The Drop.
Yeah.
Is it Drop Zone?
Yeah, it's like the Drop Zone, but it's not the Drop Zone. So you know the Drop Zone, the biggest drop. It's probably like 3/4 of that, but it works different because it shoots you. You go up, it shoots you all the way down, and then it shoots you back up. Then it shoots you back down, and it shoots you back up. It does it like 3-4 times, and it just catches you off guard. And I was like, after doing that, I was like, fam.
See, I like roller coasters. I don't like those tower rides anymore. I can't do them anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can do the loops and stuff, but
yeah, loops, twists, spins, all that. I'm good. But you want to talk about drops like that? Nah, I'm good. Free fall drops? Nah, I don't want no parts. I'm straight. Especially after I seen what was that? What was in Indonesia where that shit dropped and it hit the ground?
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I don't do carnival rides anymore either.
Oh yeah.
No, I can't do it.
That sound like that hurt. That's
bro. You see the video? They just smack ass on the ground, dog. Like I'm like, terrifying. I know somebody broke their ass, and I heard that is a very painful experience, and I don't want to go through that.
I went to WrestleMania right before I went and had my tailbone surgery. So I experienced all of WrestleMania with a hurt ass.
Not a hurt ass.
Look, the amount of alcohol that I drink.
Oh man, 1 second, y'all. We just got a massive raid from formal guest, friend of the show, Drunken Buddha. Thank you so much for sharing the community with us today. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Corey Bliss. To my bottom is the world-renowned Puhniff, and to my other side, we have the lovely Chronicles. We are doing another edition of our talk show, Cocktails with Corey. Drunken Buddha is a formal guest during our first season. If you would like to catch that, it is available on the YouTube page, as well as all previous episodes of this talk show. Welcome in, everybody. Get comfy. Thank you once again, Buddha, for sharing what's happening trips, and enjoy the rest of the show. And if you have any questions, be sure to type them.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
I really need to alter my alerts. That was so loud. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh man, where were we? Sheesh, that threw me off.
Don't ask me that question. I don't know.
Claire said, "I'm high. Please don't. Please don't ask me no questions." So speaking on Disney, speaking on this, what is something that you would like to see change within Disney? As someone that creates content based on it, as well as a fan, someone that experiences it often. You know, you've been more than the average person, so.
Yeah, I actually see it happening right now, which I hate because I'm not the one who's doing it first. Mm-hmm. But it's always it puts in the mind that no one always has the first idea. Like, it never happens. There's always someone thinking the same shit as you. I don't know how and why, but it is. However, there is a content creator within Disney space that's doing exactly what I want to do. Really emerging adult content, like adult content for Disney adults, which is essentially what I want to do. I'm a grown woman, but I love Disney, and I shouldn't be shamed into thinking that like I'm just some woman child. You know, that's not me. That's not what quote unquote Disney adults are. Yes, do I like dressing up in cute dresses sometimes and walking down Main Street? Yes, but that's because I'm putting myself into an actual immersive experience. I put a lot of money into Disney and stuff because it makes me feel happy. It's a euphoric experience for me personally. However, I'm still someone, clearly I smoke, I curse like a sailor. It's just not quote unquote marketable.
Yeah.
To the typical Disney, like what people think a typical Disney consumer is. And it's just prevalent that a lot of Disney adults, quote unquote, want to create said content, but can't necessarily. However, there is someone within the space who is currently doing it. It's actually someone who actually streams on Twitch. Who, again, Disney content on Twitch, kind of crazy. But they're also a successful YouTuber who does like a lot of travel tips and stuff. So they kind of merged the two after she created her own company. It's called Mammoth Streams, Mammoth Club. They do theme park tips and tricks as well as just like Disney discussions on Twitch, kind of like just chatting, really bringing in adult content. They merge in gaming. Like one of the people like works at like Riot Games. So like he's like an actual gamer. So like they start bringing in Disney content with gaming. I think Disney bringing in video games more and more, like with Disney Drive Valley coming in and whatever Marvel games that they're bringing in, will open up more doors for actual Disney game content. Mm-hmm. I think we realize that's a huge market to pull into, and I'd love to hop on board with that. And that's what I'm kind of doing right now. That's kind of my motive, really building a market and showing that there's a demand for it. Clearly, it's being shown right now. That was the kind of big circle ended question. Answer to that question.
Oh no, you answered it. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to answer that question. I think there's a space. Like we said it that. There's a lot of stuff that is perceived for children, but it's made by adults. So, of course, there's adult themes and adult ways to interpret it. You know, whether it's anime, whether it's video games, whether it's anything Disney. You know, it's a bevy of things, like from different cartoons. Like, you name it, there's so much adult themes, adult content within it, but it's perceived to be children because it's put on children networks or it's under the For Children tab. But that's not always the case, you know. It's like I said, we're adults. We're the ones that make it. And I can see if we was watching something made by 10-year-olds or something, that'd be a little bit different. But,
absolutely.
You know, once again, I think it's just one of those things just with age, with understanding. And you just have to try to understand, you know. And about you being a Black woman doing all this is like, like I said, how you talk about like changing me and Flash's perspective earlier. You've already changed my perspective on it just from knowing you over the few years. It's like it's nothing I would have thought of. Yeah. It's nothing I thought about in that level. But just hearing you speak about it and the way you articulate it, it all makes sense. It makes sense. So
like I just really passionate about the things that I like, and when I put my mind to something, I do it 100%, honestly.
Yeah, it remind me of Flash. Like when Flash is dedicated to whipping somebody's ass in a shooter, he don't care if he win, he don't care if he lose. But as long as he whipped that person's ass before the end of the match, that's all he care about. You gotta be dedicated to the craft. And whipping ass is definitely a craft.
Dedicated to the craft.
A new question I like to I want to start introducing to the show. But it'll be your help though.
Okay.
Who are some of your, outside of me and Flash, who are some creators that you are a fan of? But if you say them, if me and Flash don't know them, you have to help us get them on the show.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is something I'm implementing now. Who are some of your creators?
I don't think you guys know anybody that I don't know. Honestly, I genuinely believe that. I'll have to really think on that.
Okay. You look stumped.
I do.
I'm honestly trying to figure out some people too.
I think within this past year, any person that I've met is most likely through Flash.
Yeah.
So that's like genuinely, if it wasn't from like it's either from you or Betty, like
I'd definitely say Betty.
we'll revisit that path because that was once a thing that we have to revisit. You know, people be busy, man.
Betty, I would say, I was like Betty, Kiwi. Y'all would have fun with Tasha. Like, I don't know. I genuinely do not know. I would have to think about it. I feel put on the spot.
You know, I haven't thought about asking Tasha. I know she's been going through a lot, so
yeah.
I haven't spoken to Tasha.
Flash is the bridge that connects all roads. Flash is definitely a bridge that connects a lot of roads.
No, the bridge that connects all roads is in the other room right now.
That is she's the highway. You're the bridge. So you know,
no,
when you get to the end of the highway, you got the bridge that you got to cross. That's
I literally have to look because I'm genuinely looking because it has to be one.
You know, I think that's been one of the coolest things so far about doing this show is seeing all the intertwines and interconnections of all the guests, all the different people. Like I said, a big portion of the people I've met is due to Flash, and then that's branched off into a bunch of other stuff and me finding stuff as well. And I appreciate it because I think for me, like as I'm getting older, I'm trying to make sure I'm always surrounding myself around like Black excellence, more Black content, and supporting my other Black creators. And it just, you don't know how many of us it is until you go look for it, you know? And I think no matter what, like you'll never hear me openly bash any other content creator, especially a Black one, out in the open.
I'm gonna talk shit. Y'all need some public shame.
You know, the ones that need that. I'm just speaking on general. You won't hear me say anything negative about them because I think there is a certain way we do need to stick together. You know, of course, get the creeps, get the fuck people out. You know, all that aside, we need to stick together because you know, like one thing, like you mentioned it, but I could say it, Flash mentioned it for you was that. How the term bestie, just certain little stuff is like no matter how small or how big you may be, which to me I think you're a pretty big person, you're pretty well known in a lot of communities, and I think you do have a pretty high influence. Like take advantage.
I really don't believe that. Like the fact
I think you do.
I really didn't think about it. I really am not.
I think you do. I think about from people you've got to play different games, to people you've introduced to different stuff, from wrestling to Dead by Daylight to even now Disney Dreamlight Valley. Look, I ain't seen certain people have exclusive access pre-release to Disney Dreamlight Valley. You had the YouTube video first. You the first person I saw that had it. And now
I'm gonna break it down right here. Where's Disobey located? Where's it originated at?
Oh, they're in the UK.
You got international influence.
Not international influence. I'm thinking this nigga.
that's all.
I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, technically,
exactly.
But I just really don't think about it in that perspective. Like, but I also am very extremely hard on myself. It's just something that I don't normally show to a lot of people.
I think we all are to an extent, and that brings us to a good point. Is I think. Like I said, me and Flash have our conversations. You know, of course, me and you, Khalia, we've talked. Like, us three are in not unique situations, but a lot of us, we are somewhat full-time content creators, but also full-time regular people where content creation isn't our job or our main source of income. So when we're doing this, we literally do it because we may like to do it. Like, it does something for us. Like, for me, I need something that scratches my creativity itch. If I'm not scratching my creativity itch, I'm probably spiraling with like, I can't sleep because I have so many ideas or stuff I want to do and everything. So it's just like, for me, streaming helps scratch that itch. Also, my competitive itch when I want to compete in certain stuff, like all that tends to happen. And it's just like, you know, we got regular jobs. Like I said, Khalil, you're married. Flash, you know, you're in a full relationship with Betty. I'm in a relationship with Esquire. We got regular other shit. And just like, finding that balance and all types of other stuff, and yet still finding whether it's 2, 3, 4 hours, multiple days a week to be who we are for a bunch of people we can't see is like that's, you know, especially if like you have goals of making it more than what it is. It's you'd be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
You do be hard on yourself, you know. It's just like, you know, especially if you put up a YouTube video or TikTok or whatever, and like, damn, you think the shit fire and it gets no engagement. Like my favorite thing ever, one of my favorite things is when I work hard on an edit or a video, or I feel like the stream was a banger, and I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna put this clip on TikTok or something. It don't go crazy at all. But the most random shit, like literally, I put some random shit up there, then that shit go crazy. I'm like, oh, but this is what gets the people going. This is what invigorates it. It's just like, but I enjoy that. I enjoy seeing the psychology of just like what works, what doesn't work, figuring out what people want to see from me, what I want to see from people.
No, I've been having more fun just doing my own shit than trying to chase a bag through content creation. And I guess that's my biggest pet peeve currently. Everybody thinks they're going to get paid through this shit, and it's just not. You need to figure out if you actually like doing this shit or if you just want the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's evident who's who and what's what.
Yeah.
Even if they put in all the work in the world and like put out all this crazy content, you know who genuinely really likes creating content versus who wants the bag. Yeah. It happens all the time.
Yeah. I think for me, for a nice chunk of change period of time, I don't know if it was so, but like I wasn't having like the most fun on stream. But I think the biggest thing was more so because first and foremost, I'm a gamer. I like to play video games, and I wasn't having fun with a lot of games. I think it was just more so due to just it was nothing out I was really having fun with. But I would say as a recent, like the last few months, I'd probably say since June, I've legit been having fun playing games again. And I think that's reflected. So I think the most important thing is just always have fun. Like if you're not having fun doing it, just don't do it. It's like
I was not having fun streaming, so I haven't been streaming at all on Twitch specifically. But then I realized that like YouTube really is. I've been having a lot more fun doing what I want to do on YouTube versus what Twitch had to offer to me at the moment.
Okay.
Like I still want to be successful, clearly. So if I feel like something's not working here, it's time to do something else.
Yeah.
Like it really is that simple.
Yeah. Also, successful is relative to the person, right?
Yeah.
So I guess in your eyes, what do you deem as being successful? Because in my eyes, you're successful now. You're successful every day you do this. Like, you know.
For me specifically, of course, I want to be able to I want to be able to have a sustainable second income. Okay. It doesn't matter how I get it. That's essentially what I want to do. My definition of success is being able to purchase a Disney Vacation Club membership timeshare. Like that
sounds very expensive.
It is very expensive. I want that so that I can go on a Disney vacation and have a room whenever the fuck I want to. That's legit what I deem successful. If I have the financial stability to do that and provide my family with a essentially cheaper vacation every year and essentially rent out points and make that a second income as well, that's success to me.
That sounds like at least 5 figures worth of investment there.
So it's $30,000.
Like I said, 5 figures for sure. Yeah. 30K just to own a crib at Disney.
Yeah, guaranteed room at the specific area. So the current things, there's like a couple hotels at Disney World, very pristine hotels, very, like perfect. Club concierge like level, you get all the extra perks. But there's also a Disney Hawaiian resort that you can also get a timeshare in. So you can just have a room at Hawaii whenever the fuck you want to. Same $30,000 price. You can choose either the room at Disney World or go have a Hawaiian timeshare.
Is this like a one-time thing or?
Yeah, how often you pay the $30K?
How often you paying?
Oh, you can finance it. It's purchase, like drop it.
So the $30K is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You pay annual fee, I'm like annual fees for like memberships and stuff.
Yeah, probably like for basic upkeep, shit like that. Yeah.
It's like $200 like a year, and then
That's
you can finance it. It is a bag. But
that's a bag.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to drop it. And if that goes through content creation and I like get money through deals and stuff, I'm still going to have a 9-to-5 just because I would go crazy. If content creation ends up being my 9-to-5, it needs to be a legit 9-to-5. I want benefits from content creation. Yeah. And benefits and content creation doesn't do benefits. So it can't be it. So it has to be a second source of income. So yeah, I guess that's what it is, to have a successful second source of income.
Okay. That's a good question. For you, Flash, what does that look like for you?
Yes.
What does success in content creation mean to you?
Wow. I never thought of it. I never thought
exactly.
of it. It just, to me, first starting this, it would just do the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I have an answer. It's not necessarily, it's not monetary or anything like that, but it would be something that I can establish that I can give to my son who is a fellow gamer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it is like a sponsorship for someone, like something similar to how LeBron doing this shit, like with his sons.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Hell yeah.
So because you know, regardless of how good or bad they are, they're making the league.
Yeah, yeah.
At least Bronny, he's gonna make the league just to get LeBron there, regardless of what it is. Yeah. But yeah, something similar to that. Something that I can just pass down to him.
A lineage. That's hell yeah.
Well, the money, definitely money though.
Always the bag. It's always about
definitely,
the bag.
Yeah, definitely money. I of course I'm not gonna lie and not be like, well, because at the surface level, everybody thinks immediately content creation or streaming or whatever, that's an immediate bag. You see these people getting paid. You see these full-time streamers. You think that like they're getting bank. So of course that's like your first motive. But then you quickly realize that's not everybody's life once you really take the time to care about content creation.
Yeah, you're talking about.
So then you have to make a choice.
1%.
Exactly. Yeah. So then you have to make a choice. Do you really like the grind of content creating? Do you like just being creative in general? Which I do. So this is a good outlet for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, I think mine is just like, of course, whatever financial gains come of it. But I think for me, I think the thing I care about the most is being some form of inspiration or representation. You know, it's just like if I make one, you know, my thing is like if one person every year says, hey, like, you helped inspire me to do blank.
Yeah.
Or I started getting into this due to blank. Or, you know, like little shit like that's what makes it for me. Like,
yeah,
that's literally it. Oh my God. All right, we got a question from Kaya. He said one gotta go. Salmon, ribs, fried chicken, steak. Salmon. Ribs for me.
Salmon.
Definitely
ribs
salmon.
for me.
Ribs?
Ribs.
If you would have said shrimp or something, not salmon, like catfish, even. Yeah, no, I can get rid of salmon. I don't even eat pork like that, but
There's beef ribs.
Yeah, but I love me some beef ribs. That's what I'm saying. I said, but I love me a good beef rib, and I also will indulge in some pork ribs still. Only during the holidays. Only during like the summer.
Ribs are fucking amazing.
And famous days.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think ribs are overrated, but I don't knock nobody that love it. But
honestly, I
can get that.
Yeah,
I think for me, it's just I've eaten salmon so much in recent history that could just be the first to go.
I got you. So yeah, I think for me it's just like salmon. I like salmon because it's so versatile.
Right. You can put it with anything.
Yeah, anything, dog. Like you want Chinese food, you can make it with salmon. You want soul food, you can make it with salmon. You want Italian cuisine, you can make it with salmon. It's such a versatile dish. Like,
so I'm gonna go order barbecue now. So
and you know what? That's a good segue.
I legit just checked my bank account. So.
We're gonna take a break. Pay the bills. Use bathroom, refresh water, all types of hydration. People, please get your questions in the chat for Khalia, Flash, as well as myself. We'll be back shortly with the second half of Cocktails Record featuring Puhniff and the one and only Powerbomb, aka ChaliaChronicles.
Woo!
Really?
Okay. I'll take a bigger. No. Oh. Content.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, my fucking phone.
Hold on, give me 1 second. You did it.
Oh yeah, we're all on right now. I was like, we're all on. My bad for the singing, y'all. My bad. In the bomb room.
All right, we've returned. We've returned. You know, y'all heard the break, but the break is
Yeah, you clearly heard the entire break.
I thought I hit the mute, but I must have hit space bar when I walked away from my PC. Oh man. But hey, we back and we got we got a question from Rogie. Rogie with a question.
Okay, let's go.
She wants to know if you were able to ride one Disney ride all day, what would it be? I can't answer because I can't remember the rides.
It would be the People Mover.
The what?
So there's a ride at Magic Kingdom. It's called the People Mover. Tomorrowland People Mover Transport. Because a little bit of Walt Disney World history. The People Mover was Walt's idea of. So he thought Disney land would just be like an actual part of the city. So he invented. So his concept for the People Mover was to be a transport from Disneyland to the actual outer city. So unfortunately, of course, that didn't happen because Disney World is a music theme park. It's just not realistic Walt Disney. It ended up being a ride instead at Disneyland and transported into Disney World. I like the Disney World iteration better at Magic Kingdom. It's a perfect circle of Tomorrowland. So you'll go through the tops of all the Tomorrowland attractions. So you'll be inside Space Mountain, Carousel of Progress, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, all that stuff. And it's a perfect thing for people watching. It's a perfect thing to do and chill, get a drink of water, drink your coffee on there, eat a snack. Perfect ride for people watching. It's 15 minutes. I could ride it literally all day.
Dang, it's a 15-minute ride?
Yeah. It goes through the entire land.
Only thing I remember about Disney, I ain't gonna say remember, but I remember the ferry you have to take across. Yeah.
Yes.
That because that ferry 10 minutes. And you see the other end, but you on that shit forever. You dog, I just want to get to the park. Please.
Nope, that's why you take the tram. Because the ferry takes so damn long, even though it's probably the same amount of time that the boat. We only take the boat when there's literally no room on the buses or the monorail.
I didn't even know there was a bus or a monorail. I've only known every time I've been to Disney, we've always taken a boat across.
Because the boat is awesome. It's a ride in itself.
It is essentially.
We want the full experience. Yeah.
That'd be dope with some fireworks.
That's what we do at night. What is it normally 8 o'clock? They'll let the fireworks go off. We will always time leaving the park at the same time, so we'd be on the ferry and you can see the fireworks the best.
Absolutely.
So we used to time that shit. We got another one. Gotta go. Mario Sports: golf, tennis, baseball, or strikers.
What strikers?
The soccer one.
That's a soccer one. Probably strikers.
I'm gonna say baseball.
I loved me some baseball for some reason on the Wii. Baseball had me in the chocolate.
Yeah, I'll probably say strikers too.
I never played strikers, so I would say strikers. Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Advance had me in the chokehold. So I love me handheld consoles. Mm-hmm. I love handheld games. So I loved my Game Boy and stuff. So I had Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Advance. It's probably completely different than what it was on the GameCube. Because how console ports change between the actual TV ones and your handhelds. But the story mode was awesome, and I loved I love a good story mode, and I'll forever love Mario Tennis, so that will forever be on the list. Strikers had no chance.
Okay.
I think I seen Mario Tennis, and the only person I seen streaming it really was Allie, and she was getting destroyed.
She got cooked.
Destroyed. I don't even want to play this.
Shout out Allie, our first/second guest ever on CWC. All right, we got from Trips. If you could reboot one dormant series from 10 years ago, what would it be?
Dance Moms Miami.
Yeah, that was fast.
Yeah, that was fast.
That was pretty fast.
It was the one show, it probably is what cursed everybody else. It's the one show that I watched weekly, and I desperately wanted a season 2, and they didn't give it to me. And they left me on a cliffhanger. And I hate when shows do that. Don't do cliffhangers. Cliffhangers suck, because when you get canceled, it's a done deal. all those kids are old and will never be rebooted. Like those kids probably don't even competitively dance anymore. But yeah, that's the one show that I'll never forget.
Okay, I have two because I don't know if one counts as 10 years ago. I don't think it was 10 years ago. But one, the Power Rangers movie, the last one they did, that shit was good. And I want to follow up for that because I like that cast. I thought that shit was solid. And I'm upset that they're trying to reboot it again with a whole new cast. Nah, the last cast was fine. I thought the movie was all right. Like, I want that. But I know for sure it's 10 plus years ago. It's a TV show called Lie to Me.
Okay.
I forgot the name of the actor. Dio can tell me. He's been on a lot of shit. Very, very, very popular actor. But yeah, Lie to Me was my Tim Roth. There we go. Tim Roth. Roth. Yeah. It's basically a show about. It's on Netflix if you want to go watch it. It's only like 3 seasons. And he masters and studies people's facial expressions. So he works with people to help determine if people are lying or not. And I think the show is fire. And I think I learned a lot about people because it uses real science behind it and the real method of that. And they just turned it into a TV show. And I think it was very good. I really enjoyed it.
People will always have an interest to me. That's probably why I'm obsessed with reality TV. All I wanted to do was be a reality TV star growing up. And I hate that. Yeah.
I don't see that in you. That seems so
me?
different. A reality TV star, Khalia? I don't know.
Totally the shy girl trope by far. I'm the one who's never in the drama, but I'm always there. I'm the supportive cast. I was meant to be on reality TV, and I'm always on reality TV. I actually tried out for a wrestling show.
Guess what? We got to get you in the RP.
Call.
Yeah.
Me and GTA RP. I'm not paying $15 for that damn game. If I can get it on sale for $5,
definitely understandable.
Fair enough.
If someone gifted to me, I would totally jump in RP because I loved role play. I loved role playing growing up. I'm a fan fiction girl. I loved Tumblr role playing. I used to be why I'm such a really good community manager today is because I was a Tumblr admin for role playing in pretty much all of my high school years. So I know how to admin very well and how to deal with people through a social tone on the internet. So that's probably what led to my success. RP.
So here's my mind went left because Rogue said she's imagining Khalia on Bad Girls Club, and now all I can think of is Khalia RKOing somebody out of nowhere on Bad Girls Club, and I need to see it happen now. I need that to happen in real life.
The thing about me is that I don't actively seek out fights, but I'm not afraid to defend myself. Like I avoid conflict. That's just someone I am. I don't like conflict whatsoever. But you're not gonna back me into a corner.
Oh, so you Gohan, essentially.
Yes, which is why I'm obsessed with Gohan. I'm obsessed with Gohan and Trunks are my favorite Dark characters. I imagined being on Bad Girls Club so much, Roki. I did. I love reality TV. I was obsessed with Flavor of Love. I love New York.
That was when it was good though. That was good reality TV. This shit now don't hit the same.
I hate reality TV now. I miss old reality TV shows. I was obsessed with reality TV.
Bruh. I think it was called One More Chance. I can't remember what season it was.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I need to get the Zeus Network. I heard that the Zeus Network has amazing reality TV. And I need to
it's good. I think I seen an episode where one girl she was twerking in his face while he was sitting down, and she queefed in his face, and it was the funniest shit ever.
I think I remember that clip hitting Twitter.
It was the funniest shit ever, bro. I was like, all right, I'm hooked now. I'm absolutely hooked.
No, I heard that the Zeus Network is really good, and I need to just find someone who has it because I refuse to pay for it. It's probably not on my Fire TV. It's not on Fire TV. I can't get it. I'll find a free trial somewhere. But no, I love reality TV. I went to a casting call for a wrestling reality TV show right before.
Did you try to go on Tough Enough?
It wasn't. It never went through, clearly.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't happened. It's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
But It wasn't Total Divas though. It was like it was a competition show. It was like it was essentially Bad Girls Club plus Tough Enough for girls.
Okay.
All girls.
Okay. Yeah, somebody definitely would have got RKO'd on the show. I would have watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I would have tuned in.
I totally went for a casting call for that. Like, I was really into reality TV. I applied for Are You the One 3 times because I was single. I never thought that I would get married. Like,
really?
Ever.
Now look at you.
I know, right?
All married and shit.
All married.
I know, right? But no, I thought I was gonna be single forever, so I thought I was perfect in crime for reality TV. Like, if I were on reality TV, I'd probably be single today. So.
But then if you did reality TV, you wouldn't have met us.
I know, right?
Because you would have been too busy being famous and shit.
Right.
I would have had
a clothing line on Pretty Little Thing.
You take me more as a what's it, Sheen?
Yes,
Sheen girl.
I totally have a box. She's in the back. I texted Mish. Mish actually manifested that it came like 3 days early because it wasn't supposed to come until Monday.
Oh, okay.
But Mish said, "Where are your clothes?" I was like, "Girl, I don't know." And then somehow it came that day. So
boom.
Shout out to Mish. What Black woman sprinkling dust, manifesting. Love that for me.
So you before we went to break, you talked about how Twitch really hasn't been a place for you recently for your content, and you've shifted over to YouTube. You care to speak a little bit about how that transition has been? Because it's been a very hot topic recently among content creators and where the home's going to be, discoverability, blah, blah. We've heard it all before, but just from you, somebody I know, what has it been like shifting over to mostly being a YouTube content creator?
That essentially comes down to you're gonna get 3 hours out of me max a stream, and that's just not going to bring me success on Twitch. And that's literally what it comes down to. Why would I keep grinding on a place where the more hours that I grind is how I get success, when I could literally use a Google search engine like YouTube and put out content whenever I want to, and it's constantly being shown. I have a video that I put out 5 years ago that I never thought would get traction, that gets searched literally annually each time someone goes to a Disney audition. The moment that I get partnered, I can imagine how much fucking money I'm gonna make on that video. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
So why would I stay here when the better solution is there? And it's clearly a platform that's actually trying to actively build more means of monetization. So
no, that makes sense.
Which is new. It's new news.
Yeah.
So I also just think of it in a different way. I guess it's because I actually work on the other side. I work on the business side of content creation and marketing and such.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I also don't have time to stream all the time too. Yeah. I have a dedicated Saturday. It was supposed to be today, but it's going to be tomorrow. Streaming tomorrow. But like, I have only one day that I can dedicate to streaming because I really want to build my career within gaming. Like, so in order to do that, I have to do the extra research and networking and stuff. And if I'm going to stream, I can't do that at the same time.
Yeah.
For like success, what I deem success.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, YouTube Shorts are kind of cool. I still don't understand them, but they're getting me subs when I haven't been able to get subs ever on YouTube before with just regular videos. So I'm just taking along for the ride while they figure out their shit too. So
okay, yeah.
I know that's my reason.
Yeah, I know. For me, I don't like me personally. I don't know how. I like YouTube in the content that I like to consume it for, which is normally video format.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of long. I mean, I show up because I show up to yours. I show up to Homie Peanuts. Like my friends that do stream on YouTube, I pop up and I show up and show support because, you know, people I want to support. But I think for me, one thing I've always tried to like think of is, because you could probably speak more because you're on the marketing side of things, is how do you think there's a proper way to use each platform?
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of people do a lot of stuff on different platforms and it doesn't work or trickle and they think it's them. I'm like, no, you're just trying to use this, not what it's for or the best way possible.
Exactly. No one's looking for Disney content on Twitch at the end of the day. If a lot of people who have this niche, but I'm not gonna act like there aren't Disney creators on Twitch at all. There are. However, they've created a niche and an audience from a separate platform.
Yeah.
But there's also the people who are just naturally gifted at streaming. I believe there are people on this platform who are just talented at streaming and public speaking and being in the know and knowing how to react to different people.
Yeah.
The big 1% streamers have that. They're just really good at influencing people live streaming versus having an influence in like their long form content.
Yeah.
There's a difference. So I would say that essentially. Could you repeat your question again? I'm sorry. I covered it.
Yeah, just no, you're fine. It just, do you think there's a right and wrong way to use each platform?
Oh yeah. Just like I said, that's just like with Instagram. It's easy to like diversify your content, and it's an easy way. I've been able to reuse a lot of my content in different places, and I've been getting different results just within a 3, 6 month, 9 months span of time.
Yeah.
I posted a TikTok on like last year, didn't do very well. I posted it on Instagram. I posted it on Pinterest, and I'm getting boosted to that TikTok now. But then I also put out a regular YouTube short, and now it blew up, you know? So it's diversifying your content, but understanding the platform, because if you're on Instagram, it's about images, aesthetics. It's all about how it's looked. Twitter is about conversation. Can you drive conversation? Can you drive people to your statement? That's what Twitter is for. Can your content create conversation? LinkedIn, it's about professionalism, networking, education. Is your content educational? Is it something that's going to be B2B, like business to business? Can you put it on that front? Are you like an industry leader influence? Like, are you an influence within the industry? That's what LinkedIn's for. TikTok is all about freaking video content, being in the now, trends, being like informative, honestly.
Yeah.
Pinterest, everybody searches Pinterest. People shit on Pinterest, but the creators on Pinterest are so hush hush because they make so much fucking money by doing nothing. They don't do shit but put their recipes on there and their clothes and stuff. But people are always looking on Pinterest for inspiration, right? Like your mom is always on Pinterest. Yeah. They don't talk about it because they don't want anybody to be on there.
It's like the secret. It's like that's like the secret platform right now.
People like Pinterest. Ain't nobody getting on Pinterest.
Yeah.
There are a lot of fucking people on Pinterest.
Oh yeah, Pinterest is mad popular.
Exactly.
Like everybody I know has a Pinterest board of some kind.
Because it's all about clicks and impressions at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what platform it is. It's the same metrics.
Yeah.
True. It really is that simple.
I think, that's been an interesting part for me is I say, because I've been creating content for almost 3 years now, going into the year 3. I don't know. Time is a construct, but
it is.
I've just noticed how like, all right, these games work well for me on TikTok videos, and then this type of content does well on YouTube, and like if I stream this is what my streams do best in. If I play these, and I'm like, that to me, that's been like the hardest part, because once again, us as normal human beings, 9-to-5 content creators, I gotta find time to squeeze all that shit in. Like it'd be tough, and it's just like you kind of have to. If I'm not completely removed away from my desk, it's like every time I'm at my desk, I have to think of something being potential content worthy. Shit, me and Flash just, hey bro, you trying to play Apex real quick? All right, we'll play a couple games. I gotta remember to, you know what? Let me make sure I have my recorder on, because something might happen that I could use in this. Like you have to think that way. If you are actively trying to grow and make stuff, because it's like you set a precedence, and then I think the hardest thing is that once you start to get traction, there becomes not stigma, but like an expectation of you.
Yes.
And once you stop doing that expectation, things tend to fall off or whatever the case may be. And I think that's where a lot of content creators may struggle is like they have success doing one thing, and when they try the next thing, when it don't work, they feel stuck and they got to do that one thing. I could say, for example, a big thing is Apex streamers. Apex streamers feel, I hear that the most with that game. Is like, I stream Apex, and if I'm not playing Apex, I don't get my viewership, I don't get my whatever. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess you know what you should do in there, but not everybody don't have the time to do that. You're what I'm saying, some people feel stuck in that regard.
It's because people aren't doing what they want to do. Because it really isn't that hard to create. I don't find creating content that difficult because at the end of the day, I create content based off of things that I do in my everyday life.
Yeah.
Things that I need to do. If you think about it in that way, then it's that simple. Like it can open up a new possibilities. Like, for example, with the Apex streamers, it really comes down to why are they streaming in the first place? You know what I mean? And that just differs. That's the first thing that I would ask, and that's what I would critique them on. But then I'm a shitty person if I do.
Yeah, yeah. A big thing for me was I took it from Flash because Flash is like even if you're in the quote unquote box, which Flash has spoken sometimes, he's spoken about potentially being labeled in that box as a shooter. There's a way to diversify that because he don't just stick to one shooter. So just like I seen how he's been able to manage, like, okay, I'll have Apex clips today, I have Road Company clips, I have Paladins clips, I have Shadowland clips, I have Call of Duty. Like I'm like, okay, so you're still finding a way to not be labeled as just Flash the Apex streamer. I'll do this.
Exactly.
Even when he played Dead by Daylight, he'll make a Dead by Daylight clip. He'll make a Hades clip. Like I'm like, okay. So seeing that made me okay. I was like, okay, I'll just have some of everything. Like,
yeah, because it's all about the personality too. People aren't coming for the gameplay, and I think that's what people don't really grasp. It's all about the person. You're selling yourself. It's about the personality. It's about the person. I think that's why Flash has so much success as a variety streamer, because it's all about his personality. It doesn't matter what time he streams, people pull up at the end of the day. Yeah. So, and even the people who are good at the games, like who are really good at games, that's technically their talent.
Yeah.
Each person goes to their stream for a different reason.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I think that's the thing that I think separates a lot of people. And what do you do when you're not good at games? Yeah. And how do you take being good at games and making it part of what you're doing?
I'm not good at games, but I make pretty good gaming content for some reason. But it comes with my reactions to games most of the time.
But being good is also subjective because people forget how big gaming is. So it's like, you may think you're trash, but to the average player, you're fucking amazing. To the average player, and then to those people, right? And then to the medium people, I ain't gonna say to the mid-level players, they look at the better players and like, okay, and then above the better players, you have that 1% of players, like the God-given talent, good like players. I'm like, there's a way to make content on each level, and I think mastering that and finding out where you fall into play there is the tricky part.
It is.
Pretty much.
It is. And the people who are successful are the ones who acknowledge that, take that head on.
Yeah.
It's essentially.
Yeah. Because I think one thing I try to stop doing is shying away is when people say I'm good or like have a good play. Like, nah, I'll pop my shit down. Like I have way more clips as of recently about me saying, oh, you got shit on some, whatever the case may be. But I'm just like, all right, you have to embrace when you're being good, because that's content essentially. That's something people look for, or whatever the case may be. So it's just like it's tough, and it's interesting hearing these questions for you because you're a professional. This is what you do for work. You help seek out new content. You help seek out new people. You help get people to understand, hey, if you want to do this, this is what you have to do to do it. So it's like you have this insight, you have this knowledge that you're constantly learning every day. And I mean, the proof is in the pudding because I can clearly see a difference in Khalia content wise prior to what you were doing and what you're doing now, and how you've just taken all that knowledge and like it's like you're a reformed content creator, like you know.
Absolutely, and that's why I love what I do. It all about, just remember that everybody wants everybody to win. The most successful content is winning content.
Yeah,
it's a hero's journey. It's the happy ending. So that's a good start. Just really think about what makes your content, what's euphoric about your content, what makes people feel happiest. That's a great place to start.
Yeah.
If you can't come up with shit that makes you happy about your content, well, maybe we should wrap it up, pal. Give it up.
Wrap it up, pal. I need that soundbite. Wrap it up. All right, hold on. Let me clip that because I'm gonna use that as a soundbite. Wrap it up, pal.
Just like with the whole Disney shit. If I can make someone feel happy, just as happy as I do about Disney, then that's a dab.
Yeah.
That's why I post a lot about me looking my best. That's why I want to look my best at Disney. Why? Because I'm feeling great when I look my best and all that stuff. So that's why I emphasize on beauty and fashion at Disney whenever I do that, outside of like my little quick comedy content. But yeah, I want to focus more on fashion. I think there's a huge market for fashion and gaming. Why don't we talk about the fact that literal fashion is in character designs? Literally every single video game is inspired by fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, video game character is inspired by fashion.
Yeah.
Because you have to dress your character.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, even then, the most popular characters usually have like good, cool designs. You know, it's like I think that's a big reason why JoJo's is very popular among people. JoJo's is popular because their character designs is all about fashion. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's like Sailor Moon's another one. You know, the fashion, the style, the aesthetic of the anime or the show or the game. It's good. Like, so I think that's a very underrated part of what attracts people is the fashion and the look of it.
Exactly.
Flash, you can speak on it too, because I think it's interesting having all three of us here, right? Because we have Khalia, someone that works in this realm. We have Flash, someone that's doing it, but also has hands-on with another successful content creator in the same household as him. So he gets to see it from a different perspective and point of view on how, I guess, the day-to-day of what it's like to be, I guess, what that next step up.
Yeah, seeing the shit behind the scenes is just kind of, I can use the Google thing. First of all, having to sign the NDA for shit that had nothing to do with me.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't speak on them being here. That's how big it was. I couldn't speak on them being here. I couldn't take photos of them being here. I couldn't speak on it until they were ready to drop the commercial. Like, it's seeing everything behind the scenes. It's like Khalia said, a lot of people just get into it for the monetary value, and they think, in my opinion, some people think it's instantly going to kick off with money.
Yeah.
No.
And a lot of people don't see all the big shit that happens and all the grinding and stuff that happens in order to get there. So, for instance, I can pretty much use Betty. I don't do it as much as I used to because I'm focusing on school. But in Betty's room, she has a calendar. Or in the office where she do all the streaming stuff, she has a calendar. And every day, with maybe the exception of 5 days, has shit content creating wise that she has to do. Not that she wants to do.
Yeah.
That she has to do. And people don't understand that with like the success and everything and getting these big ass contracts from like Epic and fucking Allure magazine and shit like that. there's stipulations that goes into it that you have to do this shit.
Yeah.
You have to do it. So on days that she don't want to do absolutely nothing, work kicked her ass. She went to the gym and the gym fucked her up that day. She has to suck all that shit up and go produce this content. So I think the major thing because I told people this as well. I even tell my son this because for some odd reason he wants to get into this space.
Every kid does. Every kid, and I attest this too. Every kid wants to be an influencer versus a celebrity because it's easier to obtain, but it really isn't. It seems easier because celebrity status is just so far. No one wants to be a pop star anymore. They'd much rather be a TikTok singer.
Yeah,
definitely him. It's shit you have to do. You have to do stuff when you don't want to do it. You have to find that drive to know that I don't feel like doing this shit, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah. Exactly.
And a lot of people don't have that. So like you said, wrap it up.
Wrap this shit up, pal.
Wrap this shit up because it's not for you. I mean, you can be creative. You put your clips in. If it's not something that you could just completely dive into, put your all into it, you're not going to get the results that you want. Just wrap the shit up.
Yeah.
Now let something fluke-like happens, which happened to me. But yeah, just wrap the shit up.
You said something fluke-like?
Yeah.
What was a fluke for you?
TikTok.
Nothing about it is a fluke.
No, it's not.
How is that a fluke?
That shit was a fluke. You remember similar to like what you said, like, yo, I put time in the editing and shit like this.
Yeah.
Up there and there's nothing. Nigga.
He get mad to think about it.
Nigga, I put time into some of my clips, bro.
Bro, trust me, I know.
And they get like 200 views. I post one video with me
3.8
doing
million.
a reaction. No, 6.5 million.
6.5 million on TikTok.
6.5 million views. And over 1 million likes on this shit.
Yeah. My hero.
It's a fluke. Hey, look, if I hit another one like this, I'll say it's not a fluke. I don't see it happening though. So it's a fluke.
I mean, I can't really call it a fluke because it's like,
I don't know, man. Because it stopped and then it came back. I don't know.
It's on round 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's coming
I went
back.
from in August, early August, having 300 followers on TikTok. We're now on the first day of October, and I have 14,000. I went from early August to having maybe 500 likes altogether. Yeah. I'm at 1.1 million likes off one video. One video.
This is what I want.
Now, it's brought me other TikTok people who has a shit ton of follows, but when you were talking about what's needed on different platforms, I started to understand what's needed on TikTok. Not only do you need the help of other people sharing your shit, you also have to comment
on a lot of people's shit. Yes,
on a lot of people's shit. You have to comment on it. So once I've noticed, it was like, all right, shit, this shit is like damn near 700,000 like views. Let me see what I can do. I started commenting on everyone's shit, and if I ain't comment, I liked it.
Because everybody can view. Everybody's gonna click your shit.
Right. If you don't keep that shit going, it doesn't snowball. And I ain't want to do that shit.
But once again, it's the time. It's the extra little time that it takes,
right,
to even get to that point.
Yes.
Like, you know how long it takes. Yeah, how long it takes to sit there and you on TikTok, and next thing you know, 2 hours are going by because you're trying to be interactive and do the little things that it takes to get there. And then it's like, you got to do this consistently.
Yeah.
I ain't posted shit. I posted one more video. I ain't posting nothing else to maybe like November.
So, yeah. Do it.
Like, I haven't had that quote unquote viral moment on any platform as of yet. But
yeah,
like I said, I have my moments where it's just like, this TikTok's in the thousands. All right, cool. I'm rolling. It's in the thousands. It's in the likes. All right, cool, bet. But once again, it's be the little shit where it's like what was it? Oh, the video I posted from the gun game shit I played with Esquire and Kev the other day. I don't think none of that shit was exceptional. I have way better clips on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is just the one that does whatever. All right, cool. Fuck it, dog. Like, I'm rolling. I take it. Whatever. It's like
Mr. Make It Nasty.
It really just takes learning each platform, and the people who really want to do it will do it and does it. So
my bad, Kev.
Mr. Wetwork himself.
My bad, bro.
Yeah, I think that's always it's the to me that's also the fun part too, right? It's like the joy you have when you do see success. Because we all want it in some form and fashion. You may not seek it, but it does feel good when it happens. Like when I have a stream that does extremely well, or TikTok or a video, whatever the case may be, does very well reaction wise or view wise, it makes you feel good about yourself. Like my first YouTube video that hit over 100 views that wasn't a CWC. I was like, oh shit, I feel good about this because it was some random shit. And it wasn't even and I downloaded it. The video wasn't the best quality. It made me upset, but I was like, fuck it, I posted anyway because it don't hurt. Like it doesn't hurt. And I'm like, oh shit, this shit did all right. Cool, noted. So it's just like, I think I'm at the point now of I'm trying the stuff you've learned, Khalia, as well as Flash. I'm at the point now to where I'm like, all right, I'm trying to learn that as well.
Yep.
On how it applies to me.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we got to do something to try to make it Facebook viral. I think you really hit the pinnacle of shit when it's Facebook viral.
Yeah, Facebook. But you know what? I think the thing about Facebook viral is always that's the last stop on the train of viral.
It is the last stop.
Yeah, like it will be on Instagram, it will be on Twitter, you'll see it on TikTok. The last place that gets it is Facebook.
Yeah, you really made it if it makes the Facebook.
Yeah, it's like that's the final stop, knowing that video, that content can't go no further than what it is because it reached its end point. All right, so I would say, so Khalil, what does the future of content creation look like for you? We know you're going to be heavy on Disney content, but what does the future of what we can expect from you look like?
More fashion. I'm really into my aesthetic and rediscovering just who I want to be as a woman right now. And through that is through clothes. So I've been kind of just looking at inspiration through everything. Like I said, through old TV shows, through Disney, through video games. I've been looking at it through that view. Buying more clothes, cleaning out my closet, and just really figuring out what my aesthetic is. That's just my little personal journey right now. So why not include Disney and stuff into it? So
okay. So you're gonna do fits inspired by Tears colors?
But fits inspired, but like Apex Legends or fits inspired. Yeah, so like by each legend, what kind of outfit do I think they would have? And going back on like old TV shows and how I feel like they dressed today versus how they dressed back then. I've been really into that kind of content, and I feel like I put my own spin into it. So,
that'd be dope.
Yeah, I mean, I've been peeping because you started that a lot on Instagram. I remember. That's when I first started seeing you dive more into the clothes content. I was like, oh, she's posting a fit today. Oh, there's another fit today, and it really started when you went to Disney last year. Yeah. Is when I first started seeing it a lot. I was like, okay, she's getting her fashion bag. Okay.
I kind of see where I'm at now, but I hate taking pictures of myself. I'd much rather take video of myself than photos for some reason. I can just never get the right angle of myself. But like if someone else takes a photo of me, sometimes it looks better, but I don't know. Yeah. Video just seems better for me. So I'm I should just go ahead and do it. Once I get my new phone, I'm about to upgrade my phone. I'm about to start recording myself whenever. Okay. I don't know if there'll be vlogs or anything. Probably not even vlogs, because I don't know what the hell to say to myself on camera. I don't know how vloggers talk to themselves. I talk to myself a lot, but like not on a camera. That's fucking weird.
Just gotta act like the camera ain't there.
But like you have to have a conversation with the most successful ones if I want to have success like on YouTube specifically, unless I just go viral and do my own shit. Who knows? It's like the conversational portion of it makes them feel included. I've been doing a lot of research. I'm a nerd for this shit. I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
because like I have no one really else to talk about this stuff with. So I kind of do a lot. Like I said, when I really into something, I put my all into it and I really dive deep into it. So I've been doing a lot of research.
Yeah. I mean, shit, you got us. I mean, shit, we do the same thing essentially. I think for me, time management has been the big thing, right? Managing my personal time to do all the stuff I want to do in my personal life, as well as content wise. But I think recently I found a good balance of being able to suck it up, and a big credit to having people that support you. Like for me, Esquire is a big one. Like she helps keep me grounded and make sure she was like, yo, you ain't posted on TikTok in a few days. Like you need to put something up, or hey, what's going to be YouTube video for this week? Because you got to understand what you're capable of doing, and you got to understand how you're able to push yourself. Like I'll never forget when Flash went back to school and he texted me. He was like, bro, how the fuck did you do streaming and school at the same time? Because when I first met Flash, I was in school. Full time.
I remember that combo.
Yeah, I was in school. He literally hit me about the blue. He was like, bro, how the fuck did you manage? Because I was streaming a lot then. I was streaming like 5 to 6 days a week. I was still in school. He was like, bro, how the fuck did you do this? I was like, I don't know. Like, I thugged it out. And I'm like, I streamed more when I was in school than I do now that I'm out of school. Like, but it's just like, you just got to find time to do. If you want to do it, you just got to find time to do it. And
exactly.
And to me, that looks like sacrificing. Okay, maybe I don't get a full 8 hours tonight. I only get 6 hours of sleep because I need to get this YouTube video up, or, or I'll start my day a little bit later, or I'll start stream later this evening because I need to do some other stuff in my person. Like, I think one thing I'll suggest to people is don't hold yourself accountable to the time frame it happens. Just hold yourself accountable that it does happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing to myself right now.
Yeah.
Another reason why I switched to YouTube. I don't have to put that time restraint on myself anymore. I can take the time to put the quality that I want to, versus that feel like I have to post a certain amount of times a week or whatever. I don't thrive in that way. I seem like a more long form content person, to be honest. So
yeah,
totally, I agree.
Yeah, Flash, you just spoke on it previously, thinking about making a transition to YouTube. Is that still something on your brain set once you get back into content creating?
I'm about to say shit on it right now, bro.
I know. Once like, you get back into it.
Once school is done.
Honestly, I had this conversation with Betty. Like you said, that's why it kind of keeps you grounded. The crazy thing about it is because I have you all, and I have Betty, and I have my family. And I think the great thing about it is y'all may ask me to play video games now, but the first thing that comes out y'all mouth is, have you done your schoolwork?
Yes.
So I think I'm grateful because everyone knows the focus is.
Yeah.
Like I was actually thinking about, because everyone know I'm doing something where I want to beat Hades 100 times in a row and never touch it again.
Yeah.
I'm on 99.
Okay.
They ain't put out no DLC, bro. What, I'm gonna keep doing the same shit?
True.
I'm on 99 right now. So I've been literally asking people like, yo, I'm gonna do 100. I'm gonna put this as a YouTube video. And then the moment I thought that shit, I was like, I'm about to play Hades now. And then I got an email from my teacher like, oh, that window's out. That shit is out the window now. So it's like I said, when we had that conversation, I don't know how you do it. Like, there's a lot of times I'm thinking like, all right, I want to stream, but I can't. I have to pass this test because it's so much of my grade. So fuck it, they'll be there. Yeah. And if not, fuck it too.
Yeah, fuck it. Regardless.
But I don't know how people do it. Clearly, you was doing it for a while. I just don't know how.
Yeah, I think I say for me, I front loaded and back loaded a lot of my work. So I took, like, people don't remember, I didn't have weekends.
Yeah.
I was doing homework on weekends, so my weekdays were free to stream. So, I would get my course load, like, 4-week course or whatever case, because I went to school online. I didn't go to a 4-year university. And, we get all our work up front. I know what it looks like. I know what got to be done. Oh, I would sit for 10 hours straight on a Sunday or a Saturday and just grind out at least like 2 weeks worth of work. And then I'll do the rest of it later on. You know, and I'm like, so that way I don't have no extra work to do besides what I'm waiting for to be graded to do the next part. And it was tough because I'm not going to speak on it public, but there was a lot of stuff that I did suffer with because of that. But at the end of the day, it was a choice I made it was the best decision I could make for me. And sometimes what's best for you isn't best for everything around you. So some stuff did suffer. But at the end of the day, I'm not mad at how I did it. Because at no point I felt burnt out. And that was the thing I was most... Because, you know, I didn't want to be burnt out. So, you know.
Yeah. Luckily, I did an accelerated program. So my master was supposed to take 2 years. I did it in 1. However, I did it during the pandemic. So I was collecting that Biden check. And and I was just able to do my schoolwork. So I just did it during the day. Everybody knows me. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Well, I wake up earlier now, but back then, 6 a.m. sunrise, get my coffee, and I just do all that work that was due until it was done, and then I have my free time then. Yeah. It really is just time management.
Yeah, time management. It's like and especially it's like if it's stuff you know you want to do, I just made time to do it. And it was a lot of stuff I had to say no to because I didn't have the time to do it. But if it's something you really have to, you gotta be like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna block this off, and I don't want to, but I'm not gonna go to sleep tonight because I'm gonna stay up and do all this fucking work so that way I can have a stress-free weekend and I don't gotta cut my weekend short to knock out something before Monday or Tuesday or whatever the situation was, you know. So, because I did an accelerated program too, to where it was basically classes was only 4 weeks, and I would do 2 classes and then 1 class, 2 classes, 1, and I did that for 2.5 years straight. Well, 2 years straight. Yeah, 2 years straight of 2 classes, 1 class, 2 classes, 1 class, and the only break we got was we got a 2-week break in December and a 2-week break in the summertime. That was it. So I was in school for 2 years straight trying to just get it done. And so. But then it's over and I ain't gotta worry about it no more. So fuck school.
Too,
you know what I'm saying? You gonna feel.
I'm jealous.
Next. It's gonna come. It's gonna feel so good.
I got like 2 more years left.
Bro, that time when I tell you that time's gonna fly by.
It's gonna fly by.
That time's gonna fly. Like school time flew by for me. And this is somebody I went to school 3 times technically. I went to a 4-year school, fresh out of high school. I had to drop out due to some personal reasons. And then I attempted to go to school again. And then the school was in the process of losing accreditation. So I withdrew from that. And then I finally went back to school a 3rd time after I found a program that suited me. And I went ahead and thugged it and knocked it out. So this is, like I said, 3rd time was a charm, literally. So, but yeah, you gonna knock it out, bro. It's gonna be easy. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I cried when I submitted my final paper. I sat at my desk. Sat at my desk, poured a glass of wine, and I cried, bro. I was so happy and so excited to be done. To be done. I love that. Fam, that was the best.
Black boy joy.
Yeah. Love this. We've reached a portion of the show, Khalia. Also, Flash. If you have any last questions for Khalia, but also this is the portion where we let Khalia like to ask us questions.
Oh shit! I forgot this was part of the show. I prepared nothing. Okay.
Most people forget.
Yes, I'm bad. Well, let me think about this. What kind of question do I want to ask? I should be mad generic.
Mad generic?
Yeah.
No, you ain't gotta be generic. It could be whatever. You got favorite color, favorite phone number. I said favorite number. Like,
I don't remember my phone numbers like that. I have a favorite one. I say my Maryland phone number. That's my favorite one.
I've had the same number since I was 16. So.
Really?
Yeah, my number ain't changed.
What's your favorite video game quote?
Oh yeah, to defeat me, you must defeat Shang Long.
I'm sick.
That's my personal favorite one.
What's your favorite video game quote?
Yeah.
I've never asked that question before.
Cheating is a fancy way of saying win. Twisted Fate, League of Legends.
I can't believe that.
Oh, he says that? That's kind of godlike.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta think about mine. I've never asked him before, so I never thought of the answer. I gotta really think about mine.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to think of other good video game quotes. Most of mine would be fighting games, to be honest. Like, I mean, of course, the iconic "Get Over Here." Like, it's so simple, so easy, but like that. Like, yeah, most of mine is all fighting game quotes because they just be talking shit to each other after they beat your ass. Oh, shit. Hold on. Stream froze. One sec. There we go. Boom.
Fuck. Oh, my gosh. What would mine be? God, there's so many video games. I can't believe I asked this without having my own answer. It's okay. Screw me.
No, when I heard that, because my brother used to say that shit, like, what the fuck you mean? Like,
I love that.
And then I heard, like, yeah, makes sense. That's a dope ass quote. Came front.
Yeah, it is a quote.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the fact that you just beat somebody's ass and then they told you ain't never gonna beat me. You got to go beat this person before you can even touch me. Yeah, that's one of my favorites right there. Yeah, so.
I love that. I don't know, and I hate that I don't have an answer right now.
How you ask a question, you ain't got an answer.
Because you play a whole bunch of Animal Crossing and stuff. They ain't got no good quotes in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, they don't even speak English.
Yeah, they do. Tom Nook's favorite quote is, "You owe me X amount of bells."
Oh, he's coming for that money.
Yeah. Big Bang Thing Loping. No. Yeah, half the games I play, they don't even speak English. So.
God damn. Hey, Dead by Daylight, they speak English. Paladins, they speak English.
They don't talk at all in Dead by Daylight.
Really? They ain't no quotes, no sound bites or nothing?
They don't talk at all.
They don't talk at all. Sims, Simlish, Animal Crossing, and like Disneyland Valley. Like
my second favorite one is a well-known one, and I don't even use that fucking gun. I hate the gun actually. Mozambique here.
Oh yeah,
Mozambique. Yeah, honestly, that's mine. Mozambique.
That's my second favorite. My son loves that gun.
Get your Mozambique here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there any good?
Not potato masher.
Oh, this may sound. It's not even a quote, but it's still hype to this day. Dragon Ball Z. If you pick Cell to start the match, and he just does the big power-up scream. Oh, that is like experiencing that in a crowd of thousands of people and everybody just screaming together. That one's always special for me. You just hear the whole crowd go, ah! You like, oh, like you could feel the arena shaking. Like, yeah, it ain't nothing better than that one. That
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, bro. When Cell screams in the beginning, that shit is, bro. Like no joke. I felt that in my the crowd was so loud. Like that shit was too good.
Fighters do be having some great crowds though.
I need to just replay the first chapter of Persona 5 again. I'm pretty sure there's some quotes in there because I've been really entertained.
Persona 6.
Can you shut up?
I turned on I turned on Persona 5 and then someone told me how long it was going to take to beat the game and then I deleted it and I never went back to it.
Oh,
and I don't blame you.
Someone had to say is that they have romantic interest in them. I was on board. I'm hooked. That's all you gotta do. I want RPGs with romantic interest. Bonus if they actually have sex.
Okay, all right.
I mean, that's what got me on the Mass Effect. Is that I was like, oh, they actually have sex. That's crazy. I'll go through this goddamn hellhole with spiders and shit just for the sex scene.
Oh, I can speak of it going. It's going to be in a new God of War game. It was in a trailer when Kratos was just like, "Death has to earn me" or some shit like that. I don't know the exact quote, but it sounded
that's like
yeah, that sounded God tier, and I was like, I can't wait to hear that shit. He was like, "Death got to earn me." I was like, "Oh, okay, Kratos with the shits." I mean, of course we know Kratos with the shits, but you say some shit like that, yeah, I need. That's
crazy.
Yeah, that was really good right there. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll probably say outside of quotes, I think for me, because I watch so many tournaments, I think of just like, when I think of good quotes, I just think about listening to like Tasty Steve or Yipes or Sajam, like my favorite commentators, and like the shit they say during matches and all that, because it'd be just as funny, if not better, than like the actual in-game stuff.
I ran into this like Twitter post recently of all of the Enchantresses like intro quotes in Injustice 2. I've never played Injustice 2. My husband plays it though. But apparently her quotes were iconic, and I actually cracked up at a few. I know you're a fighting game person.
Harley, yeah, Harley. I think Harley Quinn.
Enchantress,
Enchantress. You know, Enchantress wasn't a popular character, and she was released. I think she was DLC, if I'm not mistaken. So by the time I stopped watching the game a lot, like I didn't really see enough of her to be like, oh yeah, like I'm a big, no. But I know like Harley Quinn is one of the Harley Quinn has some good quotes in there. Superman has some good quotes. Captain Cole had good quotes. Like they do NRS NetherRealm Studios. They do very well with the immersion. The theme of this episode. Immersion. Yeah, their immersion of their games is too good. Yeah.
I mean, I live in my own wonderland. Like that's literally me. I try to find magic in everything, man. So immersion. It's all about the magic inside.
Oh man. All right. Well, so we're gonna need two things. I need two things from y'all.
Okay.
All right. One, Flash. Do you have any last questions for Khalia?
Actually, no. I feel like I talked to Khalia a lot.
That's another thing. We do talk all
every day. Although we talk almost every day. So it's like,
every day. So
I don't know about me, honestly. That's why when you ask what's off the table, I was like, I don't know. Like you talk all the time. I don't know what's beyond.
Yeah. I think that'd be the cool parts of the episodes. Is like you could tell the people we talk to often because it sounds less like a quote unquote interview and more like we're just shooting shit in VC.
Yeah,
just bringing up random conversations or random topics. So Khalil, I need you to pick. I know you don't be on Twitch a lot, but I need you to pick someone on Twitch where we're gonna raid, send the party to the love, and gotta ask you our new question of the season that we use to close out the show. What have you learned about yourself through content creation?
That I don't know how to forgive myself. I need to learn how to forgive myself.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Whenever I make a mistake or something doesn't go the way that I plan, I will dump myself really hard and not really get to the nitty-gritty.
That's him talking about.
That's Japan to tell you shut your ass up. That's Japan to tell you shut your ass up.
What timing? Hold on. What timing on that one?
I mean, that is Trapina. She tells me to shut up all the time. Like now, Trapina really hates me because like I probably annoyed the hell out of her so much now. But yet, no, forgiving myself just really, like I hate making mistakes. It's perfectionist in me. I have such a big vain image of myself. I'm very vain. It's very self-centered. I don't like being seen as someone who likes to make mistakes, even though that's literally what makes me human.
Yeah, it's what makes us human.
Yeah, so really, but that also came with me being really young. I'm getting a lot older now. I'm realizing that life's not fair, and let's just move on. So that just comes with age, honestly.
Yeah, I'd probably say a life lesson for those is she talked about being hard on herself, right? We always talk about treat others how we want to be treated. Biggest advice I could tell everybody, especially us as Black people, as we're going through these trying times and these different times as of right now, is don't forget to be those things to yourself.
Yeah.
Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself room for error. Give yourself room for mistakes. Give yourself space and room to grow. Because if you don't do that, then the paths that could lead you down to are not the best. And that was a big lesson I've learned within the last few years, especially pandemic shit, is learning to give myself more grace, and also to celebrate the wins that we do get.
Yes.
Life isn't, like you said, life isn't fair, but when it does fall in our favor, be appreciative and celebrate those. You don't have to be, well, it's not what I wanted, or it's not the big one I wanted, or whatever. It's like like Flash talked about having, how he got his 6.5 million view video, And I'm sure that made him feel amazing. I'm like, I probably felt the same off 1,000 views, you know?
Right.
So it's just like, it doesn't matter how big the win is or whatever it may be, celebrate it. Because you don't know if you're going to get to win again.
Exactly. So, no, and I'm getting through that harsh reality. And
that gotta enjoy the little things.
Yeah.
Tallahassee.
Yeah. Like tacos. Gotta enjoy tacos. Yeah. Sorry, I made fajitas. Yeah, I made fajitas last night. I smoked them shit.
I'm a big tacos, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, I made a big taco.
Yes.
All right, Claire, what else the answer? Flash, you didn't answer last time. Do you have an answer now?
For what?
What have you learned about yourself through content creation? Or are you still going to save it for a later episode?
It might be because let's save it for another
later episode.
Let's save it for a later episode.
Khalia, where are we going to send the party to? And also let the people know where they can find you, even though you got your own command.
Yes. Okay. We are gonna go see. I had two people in mind, honestly.
Okay.
But we're gonna go see Moon. Moon just got back. Moon's doing a housewarming tipathon. They just moved into their new home, so we're gonna show some love.
Type the name in chat for me, please.
Yes, I sure can. Just pulling up the stream here.
Bro, I ain't never lied. Got me fucked up. I know it froze. Give me a second. All right, it's fixed.
Yes.
I know. Give me a second. It's what happens when I click out the window and I gotta go hit the copy paste, whatever. But
yes, and you can follow me on socials at Chronicles, except for on Twitter because Twitter freaking hoes and cuts off the S. But you can follow me on Chronicles on every single platform. That is Instagram, that is Twitter, that is YouTube, Twitch. What else am I on?
Wow.
Pinterest. Go explore my Pinterest.
Wow, I need to be more active on Pinterest.
Pinterest is so fun because I didn't realize how much I was just already on Pinterest anyways until I just started posting my own shit. So yes, I'm on everything Chronicles.
And what time is the YouTube stream tomorrow?
Is going to be at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Is that Eastern Standard Time?
Central Standard Time. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So,
10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sorry, Element, Texas.
Boom. Flash. Where can the people find you and where can they catch you next?
I'm pretty much Puhniff or PNF on everything, but I don't know the next time.
So, it is what it is.
Let's just play it by ear, bro. I don't know when.
Play it by ear.
I was supposed to stream Thursday, bro. I didn't.
True.
Well,
true. What did we do? We play Apex Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time though. But I'll be back tomorrow. Sunday stream. I don't know what I'm planning on what I'm gonna be doing, but I'll be here. Khalia, you're essentially family to us. We appreciate you so much. You were definitely supposed to be here sooner than this date, but life happens and we made adjustments. So thank you for taking the time out and being, a lovely guest. And we love you. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing what shenanigans you create in Disney Starlight. Is it Starlight?
No, Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Dreamlight. All right, wrong shit.
Starlight now.
Yeah, it's Starlight now. There we go. We never call a name by its original name.
Yeah, we never play the game. We never call a game by their actual names, which is why we're terrible influences actually, because everybody tries to look up the game after we say it and you can never find it.
I'm still mad at Flash for everybody.
So game developers hate us. Yes, no, I deadass looked up Happy Death Day at first, and I hate it.
We will be back in a few weeks. As of right now, I think.
Woo-hoo!
I think Flash we got to confirm calendar dates, but tentative date as of right now, October 15th.
15th. We
will be back 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What our next guest will be the one and only, the homie Ninja Deuce. He will finally be a guest. He has been highly requested. He will be on the show. They have on sub only chat. All right, so give me a second.
Oh, okay, then.
Give me a second. Second.
Weird.
Oh, music?
Yeah.
What?
Hold on.
That's weird. I didn't see. Okay, well, we can go.
It might be a glitch because I'm definitely not sub, and I can definitely type.
You got to be follow or sub only. Is it follow or sub
okay.
only? Yeah. So I want to be fair.
Okay, well, let's go see Lala then. Lala just went live.
Lala just went. Type. I don't know how to spell her name. This shit mad long.
Hello.
Put it in the chat, please.
I'm about to play more Sims.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna play more Sims. I'm finna go get some dinner with the lady. Flash, what you finna go get into?
Hey,
Bro, I'm about to eat this food that I got right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me some food too while I play the Sims.
All right, well there we
have
have
it.
it.
Being a Sims crackhead.
All right, well there we have it. I'm Corey Bliss. That is Flash, aka Puhniff. That is Chronicles. This episode will be live on YouTube tomorrow or Monday. Have the notifications turned on. Thank y'all once again for another episode of Cocktails with Corey, and we will see y'all in a couple weeks. Outie.
Let's go team.
All right, waiting for the raid to go through. Hit the button.
It's going through. Apex.
All right, cool. I'm trying to make sure I can